better than us. Nobody.
I want to focus on the things that have made us good all year long, and intensity that they can't match. And the other thing is the ultimate disrespect is when somebody takes what's yours. And this is our game, so that makes it so personal. Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3, dominate.
I need 60 minutes. 60 minutes to me. 60 minutes. No business, no mercy. Nothing but stuff on the sun bubble. You got me. We're going to ring the bell. We're going to ring that championship bell. Ding, motherfucking dog.
Here comes the pressure. Penix fires over the middle, and it is intercepted. Mikey Sanders still going the other way.
The legend of Mike Sanders still continues to grow.
JJ takes the snap, flips the ball to Roman Wilson after he takes a knee, and Michigan, the Wolverines, have won a national championship.
First and goal. Mahomes flings it.
It's there! Hardman! Jackpot, Kansas City!
This was the Andy Reid special we talked about. He was saving all day. He's going to fake a motion to go across. And at that moment, he turns and goes back Hardman, who they didn't have, right?
On this touchdown throw to Mecole Hardman, who started the season as a Jet.
And now, welcome everyone to the Huddle Up Podcast.
Last week we said in the locker room, nobody but the guys in that locker room knew how good this group can be. Now the whole damn country knows. So,
hello, everyone. Welcome, Huddle Up Podcast. We are back. We are live. It is a new season, and we are glad to be with you. It was a long summer. I know we didn't get to as much of the off-season program as we thought we were going to get to when we left you back in February. But we are glad to be back. We are glad to be with you. If you are following along with us live tonight on any of our channels, please give us a like. Please give us a share and interact with us in the comments. We would certainly appreciate that. Devin already with us. Welcome back in, Devin. We hope you are all excited for the new year. Just remind everybody, we are at Huddle Up Podcast on Facebook, on Twitter, on TikTok, on Twitch, on YouTube. We are Huddle Up Podcast Inc. on Instagram, so give us a follow there. Give us a subscribe on all podcast platforms, and hit the subscribe on the YouTube. We would certainly appreciate that, as we will have our content there throughout the season. But welcome in the full crew tonight. It is a 5-man lineup. We will have Dave's picks as well for the season. So we have a full slate here. We will start right next to me. Mikey B. He fills in everywhere on the Student of the Game podcast. He'll be seen on this show in the background and on screen throughout the season. But Mikey B., how we doing?
We're good. We're ready to go. We're ready to talk college football. Can't wait to see how Ernest is going to try to pronunciate DJ Uiagalelei at some point this episode. So let's ride.
We'll get there when we get there. Ernest DJ Christian, how we doing?
Is it DJ Kamala? Or Kamala?
Oh, boy.
That was a heck of an effort.
Still can't get it right, Jim.
Yeah, you're my
Kamala.
God. Let's say, do you need me to come back on your podcast for another 2.5 hours and just scream the correct pronunciation at you? Yeah. I have some spare time, not as much as I did throughout the
especially
summer.
now that we're now diving into this thing now, live shows.
Holy crap. Yeah, my spare time is significantly less.
I got to deal with the guy under me here, this dude who may or may miss like 20 shows this year. We'll see.
Hey man, I'm just saying, what's going on, Matt?
Doing well. I don't think we have 20 episodes that we even air, so it's a shame that new season EJ still hasn't learned how to count.
I count all season,
but we'll make do. I'm doing well though, since I don't have to deal with him 2 weeks in a row.
It's true.
It's always a good thing. Always a good thing. And lastly, but not leastly, student of the game, Kyle Nash. How we doing?
Hey, honor, joy, and privilege to be aboard, Jim. Listen, your talent continues to impress everybody, just like your Michigan homerism. But I appreciate the fact that your clips are able to edit themselves on a show better than EJ Christian can. Fantastic work.
Well, I'm actually a pro. Just to remind everybody too, everything. We do have our merchandise over on our TeePublic store. You can see if you are with us on the video side. You can see a sample of those. Some of the products you can get over there. We got phone cases, pillows, all different types of shirts. So head over there.
If you might be a stand for the hoodies, those things are amazing. I'm just gonna throw it out there. They actually have zip up hoodies too. Like I'm not
zip up hoodies. Yeah, all different types. So just head over there, check everything out. Sales go on pretty regularly over there on TeePublic. So if you need the link to that, you can get it in our link tree as well on all of our social media. So make sure you do check that out. Let's dive in though. Before we get into all the previews and predictions and all that kind of stuff, some changes. Of course, the college football landscape really, really different from last year to this year. 10 teams from the Pac-12 are now in different conferences. The ACC, Kyle's favorite, has added Cal and Stanford. They have also picked up SMU from the AAC.
And they still suck.
The Big 12 has added Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah.
Did you say Utes?
The Big 10 has added Oregon, UCLA, USC, and Washington. Oregon State and Washington State, they are kind of homeless for the season. Like they're still like waving the Pac-12 flag, even though like nothing really exists there. They'll be playing 6 Mountain West teams this upcoming season. This, of course, the year Oklahoma and Texas go from the Big 12 to the SEC. The AAC adds Army to remain at 14 teams, and Conference USA adds Kennesaw State. And then looking off into the horizon, UMass will play their final season as an independent before moving to the MAC next year. And Delaware and Missouri State will play their final FCS seasons. They will move to Conference USA next year. So
am I the only one when you bring up the Pac, Jim, that thinks of like that scene in South Park where Viva la Resistance is walking up with their little ghetto rigged flag? Does anybody else think that?
No. So that's perfect.
I might just have to let me do some practice on my thumbnail skills. Maybe I could fake that.
That's real good.
So they're the Pac-2 for this season, correct?
Basically, yeah. The smoldering ash that is the Pac-12. They're just like, we're still here. No, you're not.
I hate to see it.
Yeah, you really do. Just a few rule changes that do go into effect. They will implement a timeout at the first dead ball on or after the 2-minute mark of the second and fourth quarters. This is similar to the NFL's 2-minute warning. The following timing rules were also synchronized to start after the 2-minute timeout. The game clock will stop when the offense gains a first down inbounds and restart after the chains are set. And in situations where a 10-second runoff is required, they will now begin after the 2-minute timeout instead of in the final minute of each half. For the first time, the players and teams will be allowed to use coach-to-player communications via the helmet. For one player indicated by a green dot on the helmet, that will be turned off with 15 seconds left on the play clock or when the ball is snapped, whichever comes first.
No, EJ, that's a bad take. You're such a
yeah, we should probably implement those at some point.
I was going to say, can we get the "You Went Over My Helmet" soundbite from Spaceballs, please?
Yes, I will look for that one.
Just a little to the side.
Also, except I bet she gives a great helmet as a secondary.
Great helmet.
Great, yeah, those are both fantastic. And lastly, commercial sponsor logos will be permitted on 3 areas of the playing field beginning this season as well. So if you start to see the corporate ads on the playing field, do not be alarmed. That is a thing that is happening now, and I guess we just have to deal with it.
Nobody
Well,
would
you
care
know,
about that but you, Jim.
Good.
Wait, nice job for Gecko there, Chief. They've been doing that to an extent already. Like I know that some entities have done, like here in Florida, roofingclaim.com, for example. But yeah, that's I like it, but that's a whole other question. We don't need to get into private equity getting involved in stuff here, Big Jim.
No. But those are the big changes, really to look at going into this year. And I'm sure these broadcasts, as the season gets underway, will begin to make us more and more aware of it as those games play out. So, but just keep those things in mind. But let's really start jumping into predictions and things, guys, and we will start. And I pulled these from DraftKings. We're going to do the preseason AP Top 15, which, of course, we know preseason polls are so incredibly accurate and wonderful.
It's your favorite.
But we're going to do over/under win totals using the AP Top 15. We will start from 15. We'll work our way up to number 1. We'll go Kyle, Matt, EJ, Mike, and then myself. And we'll start with Tennessee at 8.5 wins. Kyle, over or under 8.5 for Tennessee?
That's a lot, and maybe my bias against one Josh Heupel is the issue here. His inability to win big games, and he's only really done it once since his arrival, in a fantastic win over one Nick Saban. I get it, but 8.5 feels high. 8 wins is an honorable performance in the SEC. Obviously, it may be enough even for him to return to Orlando for another Citrus Bowl. And he could tell me he recognizes me from ECF, whatever. But no, I think I'm going to take a slight under. I think 8 wins is the mark for them.
All right, Matt.
Slight under, yes.
I really wanted to say under, starting with a loss to UT Chattanooga week 1, but I'll also take the slight under. I think 8 is right at it. I don't think they beat any of the ranked teams on their schedule.
All right, EJ.
Yeah, I'm with you too. Also, a slight under 8-4 is the sweet spot. I mean, you're playing Bama, you're playing Georgia. You have Oklahoma. They're probably topsy-turvy here and there. So, yeah, 4 losses seems to be right where they're going to be this year.
All right, Mikey.
Under.
Yeah, I mean, I think 8's probably really the cap. So I'll definitely go under, probably even more than slight. But all right, next one, we have the Fighting Dabos in Clemson.
Favorite team, favorite coach.
Ooh, get out of here.
What was that? What was that? A prospector laugh? What the hell, EJ?
Yes.
Oh, there in those hills, you find them golden pops.
That was one of the ideas, but it wasn't a very good one.
That was bad. Nice.
Wait, that's at my expense? That was his impression.
No, EJ's laugh.
Always
gotcha.
me. Yeah, come on. Catch up, buddy.
Was that 8.5 again? You said for Clemson?
9 for Clemson.
I got to tell you, I'm going to go slight over. Just because it's the ACC and they inhale profusely. Vacuum cleaners are jealous of how they suck. So yeah, I'm gonna go Clemson, and they will get to the playoffs.
Playing sucks.
And they will probably get to the playoffs and make a first round exit. Teaser alert right there for future prediction.
All right, Matt.
So you said it's 9, not 9.5, right?
9,
Yeah,
correct.
I would like to go right at 9, but I'll go over just because the schedule for them is pretty weak. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go 10-2.
See, Matt channeling Rick Sanchez right there, Big Jim.
He did. All right, EJ.
This guy.
Can I go push?
No, you fucking bitch.
Because 9-3 is right where they probably will be.
Oh, 1-1.
That's why DraftKings is weird. Like the 9.5.
Little bitch.
The only site that doesn't have a half point.
I mean, you can go push. We will call you a little bitch, but you can go push.
I'm a little bitch. No. Honestly, the schedule is other than Georgia and maybe Florida State road game. They should be able to win most of their games. I'm going to go also slide over as well too.
All right, Mikey B.
Under. Fuck them.
Yeah, my guy. Yeah, they're going under as well. I
still feel like that was also a correct answer, Jim.
I'm right. Goddamn right. All right. Here we go. LSU.
Family.
I love who?
That's cute, EJ.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the number because of the awesome sound bites. You'll have to go.
Oh, sorry, 9 for LSU.
See, and if I'll tell you what, I know EJ is going to go push here too, because it's,
Damn it!
I said what I
fucking know me too well, Kyle. Damn it!
But I'm less mad at you about this one for it. In fairness, buddy, I'm a slight under.
Bring it back,
and that's difficult. And you're losing a. I'm not mad at you, Devin. And losing a Heisman Trophy quarterback is a thing. So there's that. Not my Heisman Trophy winner, by the way. My Heisman Trophy winner is probably going to take Atlanta to the playoffs at the end of the season.
I mean, I predicted him as the Heisman Trophy winner. So
I surely did, Big Jim, and thank you for reminding the world of how smart I am.
Matt.
I will also go under losing the Heisman Trophy winner and their offensive coordinator. I think it's going to be a big shakeup for LSU.
This guy gets it.
That is true. EJ.
They play Ole Miss. They play A&M. They play Bama. Yeah, under.
Play Oklahoma.
A bag of chips, dude. Stop it. And all that.
Okay, we'll see. That's a road game, though, so we'll see.
Okay, and UCF nearly beat them on the road by 1 point. Please, is this your king? Okay. Anyways.
Who CF?
Well, it was even worse the second time.
Who's CF?
Calm down, Kyle. Some sort of lame sounder.
I'm dusting all this off. It's August.
Yeah, well. So we get to make fun of you more about it in November.
You can always just hit EJ with the Price is Wrong sounder.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Mikey B.
You bring Texas A&M up, but why didn't you bring up USC week 1 or Oklahoma the last week of the regular season?
Yeah.
USC doesn't know how to play defense, Mike. You know better.
I mean, they don't have to play defense. They're also going to play a quarterback who's never had a live snap in an NCAA football game when he takes the field in the first half. Give me the under. I don't know about family and all that over there in LSU, but he's going to need a new cousin.
Family.
Trash.
Notice the lack of a pause on that one. Jim knows exactly where that button is.
That's right. There's certain ones you have to know where they are.
Highlighted.
Yeah, right.
That is one of them.
The Michigan fanhood, the Notre Dame fanhood, the Brian Kelly hate. I'm setting you up to find another button. I know you know the location.
I mean, it's not Brian Kelly hate. I mean, it's just it's accurate.
I'm going to help.
Now, granted, Brian Kelly does know how to beat USC. I will give him that. However, there are multiple games on this schedule against teams currently, again, preseason for what it's worth, in the top 15 or above. So I will go under on the LSU 9.
At least you're consistent with your homerism, sir.
Homer.
Utah 9.5.
As I have I haven't officially done it yet. I've predicted them to do well. I've predicted them to do things on other outlets, such on the Student of the Game podcast, bing, as well as Locked On Big 12 with Drake C. Toll, bing. But you say 10. I would, or 9.5. Yeah, I think 10 is the number for them. Then that obviously makes me over.
There you go, Matt.
I have them well over, as we'll talk about later.
Ooh, EJ.
As do I, way over.
All right, Mikey B.
Not that much room for way. It's 2 more games. What are we doing?
In college football, it's a lot.
I think I said well over, not way.
Way over. I had to overstep you, but you can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was
I think well over is an embellishment. But hey, we're all performers here. It's okay.
Mikey B.
It's a Philly thing.
I'm going to do my best Ernest Mr. Woodchuck person.
Hey!
Way over.
Made of wood.
Yeah, I think they're going to go over as well. We will get to those predictions in a little bit. Missouri 9.5, Kyle, at number 11.
Missouri at 9.5 is an under, folks. Yeah, the SEC. Listen, at least Vandy has a purpose in the division to be the academic power, so to speak. But yeah, Mizzou about new. Yeah, that's under.
Matt.
I'm actually going to go over just on the strength of the schedule that they have. I don't think they have too many challenges, despite how loaded the SEC is now. So slight over.
I admire your confidence.
I see why he's doing that too. Also, I do see why. I almost did put it over the same reason, but I just think they'll lose a game they shouldn't lose as a result, because the schedule is definitely soft. I agree with him on that one, but I just think they'll 9-3 is going to be where they're going to be at. So I'm gonna go under slight.
Buffalo week 2. Yeah.
I mean, you pick your poison, buddy.
If you lose to UMass, what they call that game, then you miss. I think that would be appropriate.
There we go.
The joke's right itself, right?
There we go. Mikey B.
This team somehow starts 5-1 and still hits the under.
There you go.
Man.
This guy
on the road, Beamer ball, lose to South Carolina by 40.
This guy gets it.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
Yeah, I think they're going to go under, even with an easier schedule. It's just, I think them being at 11 is SEC love and nothing else. All right, number 10.
Florida State Seminole Vesicles
at 9.5.
Christ.
At 9.5, listen, maybe I'm the problem, and I know they don't have Jordan Travis and all this other stuff. I think it's them against the world, and with a coach like Mike Norvell at the helm, they're going to do some damage, especially in a sorry conference, and eventually, they're going to wish that they'd let Notre Dame in sooner because God knows they want to do it and make some more money like the Chris.
Fucking embarrassing.
Love you, Kyle.
Of all the ones you could have picked, you couldn't do the one I asked for in pre-show. Really?
I mean, it's still early. We have
You
plenty.
gotta earn that one.
I thought I did.
You can't
We
ask for
are
it.
off to a fast start today,
Come
man.
organically.
Well, I'm sure we will get there.
No doubt. But yeah, listen, going back to it, I mean, it's not much of a journey for EJ Christian to get what he needs from FSU. I don't know if anybody caught that Easter egg. but-
I know what you're talking about.
You and your damn copyrights. Thank you.
Matt, Florida State at 9.5.
Slight over.
All right.
Make me
EJ?
sweat there, Matt, right? Make me sweat there. Slight over. No, I'm going to go over on this one.
Homer.
Damn right. Let's go.
Mikey B.
Under. They
Asshole.
play SMU on the road. They play Miami on the road. They play Notre Dame on the road.
Who?
Their only home game against a ranked opponent is Clemson, which they could still lose.
You take Sonny Dykes that seriously? Okay, good on you, homie.
I take the fact that I don't think Florida State is going to be able to keep up with them offensively.
Okay, that's
This guy gets it.
that's the obvious take.
Friendly wager.
Because Sonny Dykes is an offensive mind. I get it.
Yeah, they're not.
I smell a friendly wager between Michael and I.
I mean, are we talking that you guys are going to win the ACC title? Or are we going to the
Over
over
the number. Just number. Cross the win total.
So
So 9.5.
you have over 9.5. I have under 9.
But ice cream on this one? Ice cream?
Sure, done.
Ice cream. There you go.
Hey,
Full stand.
dumbass, you're a diabetic. Stop betting fucking ice cream.
Sugar-free, asshole.
Ew.
And
That's
right-
worse.
Oh.
That's
Why don't
a
you just get
punishment.
froyo?
Oh, no, wait, I get it. If you lose, you have to eat sugar-free ice cream. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
And when he loses, he will. I think Florida State's going to go under. I think returning only
And Jim's an
7?
asshole.
Well, of course.
Hey, listen, I will admit I am a Mike Norvell stan, and that's a me problem.
Well, to me, it's more the fact that they're returning 7 players from last year, 7 starters. I mean, the roster is dramatically different. Like what they did last year. Look, we don't have time to get into EJ getting on his soapbox about whether or not they should win the playoffs.
I'm over it. I'm over it.
This team is going to be dramatically different, and I think, despite playing in a weak conference, I think some of the teams around them are going to be better, and I think some of the non-conference games on their schedule are going to be hard to beat, as Mike pointed out. So I think it's just the math is going to have trouble mathing there.
I hear you, but by the same token, Louisville. I'm just saying.
You're dramatically different, Jim.
I mean, well, now I think now you earned it, that one.
Well,
You-
fuck you, Kyle.
For Louisville? Really?
Is that a shot at Notre Dame losing to them last year?
Oh, God, I even forgot about that.
Oh,
No,
I thought that's what that was.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. So
Yeah,
there you go. There you go. You got your first one of the season.
and see, that's an amazing burn, and I did it without trying.
You didn't even try.
I really should just keep a running tab of the fuck you Kyles each week as part of.
That's a great idea. Oh my God.
Hold on, where's my spreadsheet? Hold on.
And I feel like at the end of the year, that'll be a shirt. Just the number of tallies that go into.
Hold on, rename.
Go into it. All right, Mike.
More
While you're
fuck you,
doing
Kyle's,
that,
and more fuck you, Kyle's, and me mispronouncing Kamala Harris's name.
Oh, I'm going to win easy.
definitely you. Definitely.
No,
Me? Oh, whoa. You think you can do worse than me?
No, I don't, because eventually the election happens in November, and we have 3 months of season after that.
Well, we can cut it off at the election.
There you go. All right. Number 9 is the defending national champions, Michigan.
Under
9. Mike.
And he's an asshole.
I mean, yes, he is.
So with
what's the number?
9.
Okay.
They are number 9 in the preseason top 25. They're the win.
Kings.
9 is 9 as well.
Yeah, DraftKings sucks here because the correct answer is 9 wins.
Yeah.
And I am braver to say 8 before I say 10. With no disrespect, obviously, to your Michigan team, they're getting slept on like, Tom Brady's mattress by EJ, okay? But
nobody gets slept on like that.
Tom, they make fun of you again.
What? Oh, I see what he did there. No, but that being said, yeah, because I can't push because I'm not a bitch, I got the under.
There you go. Matt.
I would have taken the under anyway, but yes, I would also have it at a push, but yes, under 100%.
EJ.
I'm a bitch. No joking. Under.
Well, you are. I mean,
unfortunately under here. Unfortunately.
I'm still waiting for the
little
joke.
bitch.
What? What joke? The bitch part? Or the push part?
Yes.
There you go. Mikey B.
The fact that they only play really one tough road game makes me want to lean towards the over.
It's tempting.
Because it's just Ohio State. They host Texas, they host USC, they host Oregon. But I still I can't find better than 9. And, I'm going to take the Kyle route here. Mama didn't raise no bitch, so I'm going to take the under.
That's a great sounder.
Mama had nothing to do with EJ. And moving on.
Yeah, just looking at the schedule, new head coach, a lot of roster turnover there as well. I'm gonna go a slight under. I'm gonna say 8. Yeah, it's tough, but I have a
amazing blue man himself.
Holy shit!
I have a very comfy couch, so.
The views and opinions of Big Jim are solely those of Big Jim. I hope you like your couch, Mrs. Big Jim. We still love you.
Couch is super comfy.
I'm a demon right now.
It might help if I say that pick is amazing and spell it with an AI. That might
yes.
Very
Might
good,
help.
very smart. Now number 8 in the country, Penn State, 10.5.
Under.
You're on the couch too,
and
bitch.
Shit, man. We're going to have more couches than Kane's furniture up in this bitch. No, yeah. The answer is obviously under. You're going to give me 10.5 for a team that has yet to win a fucking big game? A satchel of Richards to you, sir.
This guy gets it.
Matt, under?
Under, despite them only having, 2 ranked teams on their schedule, one of them being USC, I'm still taking the under.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at their schedule.
I have their schedule up.
It is light though. It is light.
It's very light.
I have it up. It's West Virginia, Bowling Green, Kent State, Illinois, UCLA, at USC, Wisconsin, home against Ohio State, Washington, at Purdue, at Minnesota, and Maryland.
Well,
that's definitely a light schedule.
Watch them lose to to Wisconsin in a trap game,
and still the under because they'll blow on those games. They should.
Yeah, at Wisconsin Halloween weekend,
right?
That kind of smells trappy with Ohio State the following.
Do we need to go get Admiral Akbar, motherfuckers?
not that really West Virginia is anything that good, but going to Morgantown on opening weekend.
West Virginia fooled the nation last year, winning 9 games. They're poised to do better than people think again.
Yeah. EJ, you had under?
Slight under. They'll lose Ohio State, and they'll lose one of those games they shouldn't lose.
Mikey B.
This team is going to be on pace to hit that over, and then they're going to go into Minnesota on the 23rd of November and let the Golden Gophers just run it up on them.
Damn,
Gopher.
We can only hope.
Go Gophers!
Amazing.
First of
I
all,
would love that.
The humor is great, but also, damn. Like, you just have to get a car accident. What the shit?
Yeah, I'm gonna go under as well. I have no faith in Drew Aller or James Franklin, so definitely under. Number 7 in the country, Notre Dame, 10.
Under.
No offense, Jim. Slight under. I think 10 is tall. Sure, their schedule's easy as hell, as it often is. No, not including last year, Jim. I get it, but yeah, listen. It's gotten you at least one conference championship, and you can't argue because it was in 2020. But no, listen. I think the only reason why I don't pick the over here is because and I'm not saying this to take a shot, but I feel like every year talking to Jim, Matt, and EJ, there's at least one game that they should have won that they didn't. Y'all
I do love that you throw EJ into that.
By his choice, But yeah, y'all mothers get mad about one game every year, and I think that is what
Sadly, I can't argue with that part of the
correct
of the equation.
I don't care about your feelings, boys. Just saying.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, I would say push at 10 here. So as a Notre Dame fan on this one, I will go over, but there is going to be that one game that they infuriatingly lose. Probably, I would say after beating Florida State, they'll lose to UVA.
Yeah, that smells about right. That smells like 1993. That does.
Yeah.
That smells like a triple overtime to Pitt.
Somebody,
Right.
there comes that again. It's like, I've smelled that before. Somebody
See,
cooked here.
if I don't say it, you're disappointed. So I'm at a
That's true. I'm disappointed either way. So you might as well get it out.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Exactly. EJ.
No, they'll be a good year, but they'll slight under 10-2. And Jim just smelled.
That's a push then.
That would be a push.
Wait, I thought it was 10-5. 10
no, it's 10.
Oh shit. Damn.
You're a little bitch.
No, fuck. I'm a bitch. Push.
Oh, you would, you coward.
I'm a bitch.
Oh, hey,
I'm a bitch.
As far as bitches on this panel go, are you 1A or 1B?
Was that Jim Ross? Was that Jim Ross?
Always 1A.
Was that Jim Ross soundbite?
I don't have it on this board.
Damn it.
I don't have it on this board. I should probably put one on there.
Oh.
But yeah, when it comes to bitches, EJ is always 1A.
Guilty.
Mikey B.
You got a hot take alert sounder over there on that soundboard?
We got a hot take coming.
Unbeaten.
They don't lose.
Oh, come on.
They don't lose
This guy
in the
gets
regular
it.
season.
I mean, yeah, their
Map it
schedule
out.
is shit. He does get it.
I mean, they don't lose.
This is as much as Kyle loves fake news, and I won't try a Trump impersonation like EJ does, but this is an uncharacteristically easy road.
You mean characteristically, accurately easy?
No, wrong, sir.
I just saw Jim's computer screen like shift a little, rise a couple inches. I mean, you know.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
I don't know if I'm going to go undefeated. I don't know if I'll say undefeated, but I will. I will go Homer route, and I will say Homer.
By the way, Jim, how can I be fake news? I don't need a soundboard. I voice act my shit. Thank you.
Well, that is true. But yeah, and I mean, I'll talk about it more when we get to actual predictions. But I forget who I was talking to about it this past week. But anything worse than 11-1 should be considered just an absolute failure. Barring any like major injuries to key players, should be considered an absolute failure, and the Notre Dame athletics should really take a hard look at Marcus Freeman if they go worse than 11-1.
Well, and I'm going to say this too. Like the thing about the Irish, regardless of their horrible quarterbacks history and other things like that exist, y'all trenches are stupid, and that's why undefeated is on the table in Mikey B's defense. And yours as well, Jim.
But all right, let's keep going here. Number 6, Ole Miss, 9.5.
They're gonna get one upset. They need 2, I think, to truly achieve that 9.5 over. So I'm gonna say slight under. But
All
still,
right,
there's still going to be a playoff factor, gentlemen, due to the fact of several quality losses on their schedule.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Matt.
I have them at a slight over at 10-2.
Okay.
I have them losing to Georgia and probably one of LSU, Oklahoma, but I think they beat the other one.
I don't think Oklahoma's all that, guys.
I don't either.
Me either.
Well, and if Ole Miss is in the top 10, Matt, we know how that's going to go against LSU.
Yep. All right. Wow. So give me 11-1.
The problem with haters, it's gonna hate.
They'll hate.
What'd you say, Kyle? Something about facts don't care about feelings? Something like that?
Yeah, you need to learn that, hater.
Look, again, I will always be happy about what Brian Kelly did.
Here it goes.
At Notre Dame, but just you don't have to do it now. Just go ahead and look at his record versus top 10 teams. That's all I'm going to say. EJ.
Over.
Mikey B.
as long as Jackson Dart doesn't get hurt, it's a hard way to find this team ending under. So give me the over.
Yeah, I'm going to go over, even if it is just at 10-2. That is obviously an over, and we'll talk about the playoff implications when we get there later. All right,
I'm not mad. Yeah, I don't want to put it like that.
that's fine. Number 5,
Alabama
at 9.5.
So listen, I think the impossible task of following Nick Saban, 8 or 9 wins is a goddamn success, and they're going to achieve that while also being scolded for an under here. So that's where I'm at with Bama.
All right, very good. Matt,
under 8-4.
Ooh, okay. EJ,
Oh, no, I'm going over. Over.
Did you?
Okay.
You see?
You have Bama as 10 wins.
It's 9.5, right?
All right.
Yes,
so
you have them at
10.
10 wins.
I got them 10 wins. Yeah, they'll lose to Georgia. Obviously, they play that early in the year, but they don't.
Is that obvious though, EJ? You saw what we saw from Georgia last year, right?
Yeah. But and the schedule's kind of tough, but they'll find a way, man. I know it's no Nick Saban, but they will find a way.
Listen, you said obviously. I'm just doing my full league course over here and going not so fast, my friend. I don't know about this.
The only 2 hiccups I see here, other than that, is maybe Tennessee on the road and at LSU. And of course, Georgia, I'm guarantees a loss. Other than that, I
mean, besides the Georgia game, their toughest games are on the road.
Those 2 games as mentioned. That's it.
Like, yeah, I mean, Tennessee, regardless of who we think Tennessee is the 15th best college football team in the country, going into Neyland Stadium, which will probably be a night game, no easy task. I mean, LSU again,
Gotta play in front of the family.
That's right. I mean, going into LSU, no easy task.
family.
And going to Oklahoma is not an easy task.
No,
Okay, hold on. We've said Oklahoma's trash enough.
They are
at this point. But here's the thing: they're playing them November 23rd. They're not playing them the first 2 weeks of the season. This team is going to figure out who they are by then, and that's the thing that you have to think about. And here's the other deal: new coaching staff. They could very easily lose a game that they should win home against South Carolina. We look at Missouri as a joke. They could lose that game very easily, overlooking them to get ready to go to Death Valley the next week to play LSU.
I mean, here's the thing: Kalen DeBoer did a tremendous job at Washington, right? But there's no pressure when you're the head coach of Washington.
Correct.
Let's be honest about it.
When you're a head coach,
you're taking over a program who was coached by arguably the great, some people have him locked in, other people will argue it, but arguably the greatest college football coach of all
and
time.
morons would argue it at this point.
Right. So
and the argument that is against Saban is probably also an Alabama head coach, right? So they come from a tradition.
Okay, I mean, even if, let's say it then, like you're taking over for the greatest college football coach of all time, in a playoff format where like you are absolutely going to be expected to make the college football playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a lot. That's a lot to take in when you're your first season in the SEC. A little bit different football than the Pac-12. That's all I'm saying. Like, so
the Pac what?
Exactly.
Pac-11, baby.
Pac-2. All right. Let's. EJ, you gave your.
I went over.
Over.
I'm taking the under.
Yeah, I'll take an under as well. I mean, if they piece a couple of those wins that I'm not sure if they will get, I mean, going over wouldn't totally surprise me, but I will predict the under. Number 4, Texas at 10.5.
God, 11's a high number in the SEC for your first year there. I think 10 wins is a wonderful achievement. I think they might even achieve that and still hit that under. So yeah, I'm going to say under.
All right, Matt.
I have them pretty high on my list. Looking at their schedule, it is daunting because they do go to Michigan. Even though I made jokes about Michigan, it's still in the big house. It's tough. They play Georgia. They have the rivalry with Oklahoma. I really wanted to say 11-1, but I'll take the slide under at 10.
All right, EJ.
Yeah, they play. Yeah, they play. Who's it again? They play Michigan. That's we'll have to shoot. We'll see that. Oklahoma is trash.
Opening game, by
Georgia's only one. Georgia, and that really the only guarantee loss here.
Trash, but Oklahoma always seems to be competitive with Texas.
Right, EJ. What do you always say about rivalry games?
I get it. We're changing things up this year. Sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Did you say 10.5?
10.5.
Oh man. You know what? To be safe, I'll go under. Just to be safe.
All right. And then
coward.
I mean, he's already got 2 kids.
I said I'm a bitch already, right? Did I say that, Mike? And Matt, come on. Come on.
Now he decides to go.
I said a bitch.
It's a little late, EJ. Okay, a little late.
A bitch.
Mikey B.
Mama didn't raise no bitch. Give me the over.
There you go.
I like it.
I'll go a slight under. But they could easily go over. Because I mean they are returning a lot of that team that went to the playoff. The big mystery going into this year is how is Texas football going to be in the SEC? Like that's the great unknown at this point. We know that they are a talented football team. It's just whether or not they're going to be able to go in and be as good as they were last year or better in the SEC. All right, next one, number 3, Oregon at 10.5.
You expect me to be confident in a Pac-2, a former Pac-2 team? No, thank you. I will grant you the Big Ten will be exposed like Janet Jackson in a halftime show. They will win more games than expected in that new world, but still, they're not getting more than 10. I got the slight under.
All right, Matt.
It was 10.5 for Oregon.
Correct.
Yeah, 10.5.
I will take the over.
All right, EJ.
Yeah, I'm there too. I mean, obviously you play Ohio State. That's a toss-up because it's in Oregon.
No
and
damn
then the Michigan game, we'll see how good they are. But I feel good about the over here, honestly. 11-1.
All right.
Man, that's okay.
Mikey B.
They don't lose.
Stop it.
Over 2, huh?
No. Cue the goddamn alarms, Jim. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, Mike. For the sake
I was saving that for the playoffs, but I agreed.
They don't lose.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
Don't worry, it won't. Jeez.
Man.
I'm so excited for this year. I can't wait.
Wow.
You're welcome.
I mean, I think Oregon's going to be good.
No. He's evoking me, but give it to him. Please give me Maui.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Damn, undefeated Oregon.
That's it.
Wow.
This fucking guy.
Okay. All right. I think they're going to be very good. How good do I think they're going to be? We'll talk about that in a little bit. More on that later. But I will go a slight under. I think they go 10-2 in the regular season. All right. Next one, number 2, Ohio State, 10.5. Kyle, we'll start with you.
You know, and this may sound dumb, but like you're asking me to pick either 10 or 11, essentially. I'm not big. They're good. Fuck. I'm going to regret this. Over.
Okay. All right. Matt.
Under.
Damn.
You and your correct answers, you son of a bitch.
EJ.
So this is less of a take here compared to Mike, but they don't lose. Ohio State does not lose. They run the table through the playoff. The Oregon's one loss will be against Ohio State.
Okay.
So Ohio State will run the table to the playoff.
All right. We'll see. We'll see about that. Mikey B.
We know you have thoughts.
I pray I'm wrong, though. I pray I'm wrong.
Ernest, do you shop for hairspray and hair paint at the same place that Ryan Day does?
Don't say.
I believe the lead paint has poisoned your brain.
Where the losses at? Well, you have an under or over on this one?
Their only losses to Oregon.
Okay, so we're battling on that one. That's
sure.
Yeah.
Wait. You think Oregon, soft ass, can't beat anybody with any sort of a line presence historically? Oregon, that okay? You do.
I think not having to play Ohio State in the horseshoe and having Ohio State have to travel to Eugene will play a difference in that game. If you were telling me that game is at a neutral site or at the horseshoe, we may have a different conversation.
To be fair, it's in Oregon and one, yeah, and I think that's the only game on their schedule that I even see that's a loss.
I mean,
that's
if
it's still over.
If it rains like it always seems to do in Washington State, advantage Ohio State, mother. So who the hell has a goddamn home field advantage after?
But they're not in Washington State; they're in Oregon.
All right, thank you. In the Pacific Northwest. How about that?
Tell him, Michael.
But we didn't bring it. We don't have him here because he's a geography major. Okay?
I say Washington State because that's a place I've actually been. Like
close enough, though. It's northwest.
Oregon
I mean, honestly, when you look at the out of conference schedule that Ohio State has set himself up with, they could always lose a game to, I don't know, Akron or Western Michigan. You know what? Marshall. We are Marshall. I mean,
we don't
absolute
talk
bar.
Their season is all based on this game.
You're going to have that fun. Let's bring up Oregon losing to Stanford fucking concept.
I love that.
To be fair to Mike, though, the only game on the schedule for Ohio State they may trip up is that one. That is it.
No, you can't rule out Michigan. That's
I was going to say that's exactly
in
where
Columbus this year. In Columbus, no, not this year.
Dude, Ohio State's
and I pray.
still
And look,
chasing Donovan Edwards from the last time.
And Mrs. Big Jim, I pray I'm wrong. I hate Ohio State.
Also, they're still chasing Donovan Edwards from the last time they played in Columbus.
I mean, we literally had the conversation about how Oklahoma is going to be garbage and they're going to give Texas a run for their money. Why can't a good Michigan team give Ohio State a run for its money?
Because that's not a rivalry game. What are we doing?
Sharon Moore has already beaten Ryan Day. Just saying.
1-0.
I'm just saying.
This is what we're doing. Homer.
Just saying. I'm not locking it in. I'm just.
I mean, we all, other than Matt here, we all agree on the over though, right?
At least locking it in is means something.
I mean, we're only Mike and I only arguing.
Yeah, no, I have Ohio State over 10.5. I have them over 10.5.
Mike and I are arguing the game itself. Other than that, we all agree. Other than Matt here, because Matt doesn't know what he's talking about. That the over.
Don't confuse it.
Matt's a hater. It's okay. Although I don't mind him hating Ohio State. I hate
Why would
Ohio
I
State.
hate Ohio State?
Oh, really?
I'm just confused.
I mean, I hate Ohio State.
I do too.
You don't hate Ohio State. You hate Ryan Day.
They typically beat Michigan. They always beat
Ryan
Penn State. I mean, I enjoy
right. You hate
both
them
of
more than
those
Ohio
things.
State. Right.
I definitely
that is true.
I definitely hate that painted hair bitch. I do definitely hate that guy.
Somehow in your cheap superficial hate about a man's follicle challenges, Matt did remind us that hating Penn State and hating Michigan, him not caring about Ohio State kind of tracks. Okay, I get it.
That's fair. That is fair. All right, last one. The number one team in the preseason AP Top 25, Georgia, 10.5.
I mean, it's over, right?
Over.
Isn't that the correct answer?
Correct.
EJ?
They have a tougher schedule than Ohio State. I will say Ole Miss,
Texas,
Bama. So of these two teams that would trip up, the odds of Georgia will trip up one game.
Yeah, by the way,
but that being said, still an over.
47 minutes, Jim, if you want to go ahead and clip that.
Yeah, that feels like a TikTok short right there.
What?
You mean to tell me that the SEC schedule is tougher than the Big Ten, EJ?
I would argue they have the if not after Florida, the toughest schedule in college football for a team that's ranked number 1 right now currently. I mean, they're playing Bama, they're playing Texas, they're playing Ole Miss. They may lose one of those games, and they'll still get in the playoff, and we'll get to the predictions.
Gotta prove it.
That being said, it still needs an over for me.
All right.
10.5, right? You said?
Yeah, 10.5.
Yeah, over. Oh, easy over. Yeah.
All right, Mikey B.
Under.
Don't do it. Come on. Did you go under? Did you say under?
Yeah.
Wearing out this button.
They lose to Texas on the road. They lose to Ole Miss on the road.
Both games?
In a world where conference championships, thanks to this new scheme, don't really matter like they used to, watch them still win the fucking national championship, and people lose their mind.
Michael, I think we'll do some wagers this year, some wagers here, because there's a lot of hot takes going there.
Okay, hold on. But here's the thing.
EJ, you're about to lose your ass if you keep making bets.
I was going to say, but here's the reality.
Make sure you. I look. I love you. But just check in with your wife, because
the body can only eat so much sugar-free ice cream.
I've already locked the first.
I'm sure they love having a home to live in. Like, I know you're very comfortable in that security van you drive around in and podcast from, but like, I'm sure your family loves a house of some a comfort.
Jim, take heed and joy in this. He can build a house out of all the empty sugar-free ice cream.
And always have something to eat because nobody else wants that.
I already won the first one because DJ Uwe Ungalale is not going to be the answer in Tallahassee.
Correct.
DJ.
Yeah, I will go over. I will go over on Georgia. I'm not bold enough to pick an under there. But all right.
If I'm only going to be on like one show for the next month, I might as well just.
I think you're going to be back on next week with Matt being out. I think you're going to be the fill-in. You're going to be the fill-in when somebody can't.
And knowing Mr. Muleisen here, you
every other week.
Well,
he can't deal with me as is.
Well, Matt is still busy accepting awards for the postseasons for all his teams whose seasons are already over, according to EJ Christian.
We're still doing this shit 2 years now. Get over it now. Come on, Kyle.
Well, when you say stupid things, there's
into a
consequences.
season.
Season's over.
3 games in. James Harden.
I'm
Let's
just
go.
saying.
You know what? If
Oh no,
Florida
the consequences of my own actions.
I hope Florida State only beats Georgia Tech by like 3, so we can listen and be like, man, their season's over if they can only beat Georgia Tech by 3. Man, I should just give Mike the ice cream now.
I mean, when they lose to Georgia Tech to open the year,
That'll be even better.
You want sprinkles, Mike? Mike, you want sprinkles with it too?
No.
All
You're
right.
eating the sugar-free ice
Are
cream.
there sugar-free sprinkles? Like what is that?
Actually,
it's for him.
Just
Not for
dirt?
me.
Cardboard.
It's for him.
Cardboard.
It's just dirt. All right, let's there's I think there's only like 4 or 5 games at all this weekend.
Correct.
We're gonna predict 2 of
One that
them
matters.
because we have to SMU Nevada does matter. You're right, EJ.
You're right.
Tackle.
Appreciate you pointing that out. All right, we will start Saturday noon Eastern time at Aviva Stadium in Dublin, Ireland. It is the number 10 Florida State Seminoles. They're an 11.5 point favorite versus Georgia Tech. 55.5 is your over-under on this one. The game is on ESPN. Mikey B, we'll start with you.
I'm going to take the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets plus the points, and I'm going to take the under because I don't think either of these teams are going to be able to score in Dublin.
Very good. EJ.
Come on, man. Florida State covers this game and give me the over.
Matt.
Homer.
That wasn't for you. It was just delayed for EJ.
I know.
I'm confused as to what ties either of these teams have to Ireland. Give me Florida State, I guess.
Isn't Uwe Ungalale a Irish name or something?
Could be.
Yeah, it sounds Irish.
I
think it's just this is the 4th or 5th game they've done over at Aviva Stadium to kick off the year, and I think they just pick random teams.
They ran out of teams that have.
I know Notre Dame did play there 2 years ago, but
didn't Boston College play there too?
10 years ago, it was UCF and Penn State because reasons.
Right, yeah.
All right, yeah, Florida State and the over.
All right, Kyle.
I have Florida State covering because I'm just not an outright hater like Burn. But yeah, I'm going to keep the under for the same reason that he mentions. I don't think the scoring will be prolific.
Georgia Tech, no. I'll take Florida State even to cover the 11.5. Don't get me wrong. You will not see me upset to get this prediction wrong at all. But I think Florida State wins pretty easily. But I will also take a slight under on the.
You kind of need us to be good this year, so you guys can help your playoff chances. Because we're the only tough team on your schedule.
Notre Dame starting at 7. It doesn't matter if Florida State sucks. If Notre Dame goes undefeated, they're in the playoff.
Which they won't.
And if they only lose one game, they'll still get in over a 3-loss ACC.
Right, like I don't need Florida State to be anything.
Well, to your point, when you go ahead and lose to UVA, it might be a factor. So that.
I mean, like I don't need Florida State to be anything. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, you know what? Change my pick, Georgia Tech.
All right, and then the other one Saturday night, 8:00 Eastern time on CBS Sports Network. It is SMU, a 24.5 point road favorite at Nevada. 56 is your over under on this one, Mikey B.
You said 56.
56 is your over under.
SMU covers and scores over 56 by themselves.
Right.
Love that. EJ.
I'm going to take Nevada on the points just because.
What?
And give me over. Why not?
Oh my
a lot of
God.
points.
You were selling me Sunny Dice.
Different.
You all got a bag of chips.
Something different. We'll see. We'll see.
Shut up.
2 minutes ago, you said, I don't know what I'm talking about. And then you do this.
Sunny
That was one of the ideas, but it wasn't a very good one.
Matt.
SMU and the over.
All right, Kyle.
In a strange set of irony, somehow watching Sonny Dykes a guy named Sonny Dykes. EJ gets a huge boner.
Yep.
And there's an over in the form of SMU covering as well. And EJ's devastated because he reminds he's losing again as a degenerate picking Nevada.
Yeah, this wasn't a bet it.
Yeah, SMU and the over. I tried to make it easy for week 1, and EJ still somehow screws that up. All right, let's go to the season predictions. We will start with the conference champions and the Heisman Trophy winner. So we're doing the Power 4 conference champions as it stands now. Since the Pac-2 is dead. Yeah, so we will go with those. Then we will get to the playoffs after that, because there's all formatting and whatnot as it comes to the new 12-team college football playoff. So we will go in the same order as we did the top 15 over unders. Kyle, we will start with you. We will start in the Big Ten. Who do you got winning the big? I guess it's like 16 now, but the Big Ten allegedly.
Did you just refer to the Pac-2 as the Pac-2?
Allegedly.
The Pac-2.
Mike,
The Pac-2.
split that thing.
Just checking. You know,
Pac-2 Tunga Vailoa?
No. Your instincts are not as sharp as a hawk.
I don't think those are hawk Tua.
If you say it, that ruins the fucking joke, moron.
I don't think you got it, dude. That's the whole point.
I got it. I was just doing something different to try to set something up because I'm not an idiot like you.
Like you, give me fire, give me that desire. Ooh, sorry. Anyways, that's a Tool reference, EJ. Hawk Tool.
That's a Pac Tool, right? That's what I thought first. My conference.
Sorry, what the fuck was the question? Oh yeah,
Big Ten champion. Now that EJ destroyed everything.
I don't think this is out on a limb. Until Notre Dame joins this conference, they can't win the championship for it. So Ohio State is the answer. What? I just said you could have been a conference champion. You're still pissed.
Man,
of course he is.
Like a fucking Notre Dame fan. Jesus.
I'm always pissed. I'm a Notre Dame fan. Matt, go ahead.
The Oregon Ducks. Your Big Ten champs.
What? Stop it.
All right.
I'll be sending you a bill because of that.
Oh, I see what you did there, because it's a duck. Ducks have bills. It's good. EJ.
I don't hate that, Matt, but I'm taking OSU.
Do you understand? See, now you know how bad a take that is there, buddy. You're welcome, Matt.
Wait, I think we know Mike's answer, but Mike, go ahead.
Sco Ducks.
You could at least said quack, quack, motherfucker, or something cool.
I'll save that one for a little bit. Okay, we'll talk about that later.
You see, the tease is gone now.
Oregon over Ohio State in the Big Ten title game.
Interesting.
Dave did get his picks in with me. He has Oregon winning. I have Ohio State as your Big Ten champion. All right, next one, ACC. Again, student of the game, Kyle Nash's favorite conference in the Power 4, the ACC.
No, that would be if I would actually be dumb enough to pick Clemson. Yeah, I got FSU.
There you go. Matt.
I say it every year to make sure the jinx lives every year. The U is back.
Oh my God! Thank God. Do it again. Please do it again, because every time you do it, they fucking suck. Good job.
I love it. EJ.
Any chance Duke wins this conference? No, I'm joking. No, Florida State, man.
This isn't basketball. Oh wait, that doesn't.
Does it even apply anymore? Still.
That's the joke.
Mike.
Don't turn your back on the Wolf Pack.
God.
You might end up in a body bag. Give me NC State, baby.
Boo!
What's happening?
Mike, do better, man. Come on.
I'm sorry. The best quarterback in that conference is going to be playing for NC State. It's Grayson McCall.
Stop it, Homer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Five
the two Notre
right
Dame
there.
guys on this panel really wanted him before Riley Leonard ended up showing up there.
Homer.
I'm happy either way. Dave has Clemson. Like Matt.
Fuck you, Jim.
I'm going to you.
No,
fuck
wait,
you.
Wait, what?
Going to you.
You go with the fuck you? Okay.
I did have NC State beating the U in the ACC finals.
What was that, Mike?
They have to get it right one of these years, right?
NC State over Miami.
Oh Jesus!
Like in a world of bad teams that is the ACC, like even a bad team has to become champion.
I'll say this: at least
Even
y'all,
the sun shines on the dog's ass.
at least y'all being wrestling fans and in tribute to The Rock picking the U. Fine, I get it. The Wolfpack, fuck off, Burn. What are we doing?
It's NWO. I mean, to be fair, but
There you go.
NC State can be frisky at times, though. To be fair.
Oh, for God.
It's back. Let's go.
Now he ruined it.
Let's
Now he
go.
ruined it.
This is your fault, Mike.
Can I change my pick?
Yes, okay, we'll allow it. All right, next one.
Bengal football. Here we go.
The new look SEC, Kyle.
I mean, that's all adorable and all. I still got Georgia. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's the Kirby
Uga.
smart pick.
Uga.
See what you did there. EJ.
Yeah, new look, same result. Give me Georgia. Even though Bama technically went last year.
Who you got, Mike? Vandy?
All right.
Texas?
Welcome.
That's not terrible.
I don't hate that.
Well, they played this year too, so that game may decide it.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Dave has Bama. I am going Georgia in the.
Dave knew we were talking this year, right, and not 2022 with his pick.
He knew we were talking about the current season.
Allegedly.
Not like the all-time SEC, correct?
Yeah, we're not talking about the Security Exchange Commission. Yeah, great point.
Debate. Well, he's an economics guy, so maybe.
And they do have the best college football money can buy.
That is also true.
Very true.
All right. Then we go to the Big 12, Kyle.
It's funny. All these years I've been giving Jim a hard time. Now I'm on the fucking boat. I got the Utes, guys.
Did you say Utes?
You're welcome.
To what? All
right, Matt.
Someone has to win this conference, so why not Oklahoma State?
Oh, that's not terrible.
Got nobody.
Good. All right, EJ.
Oh, it's easy to Utes though. Utes was of the four probably the easiest pick here.
Utes.
I have the Utes losing to the Cowboys.
I will do a sugar-free ice cream bet that UCF has a better record than Oklahoma State.
Oh, okay. I like that. I have to eat the sugar-free ice cream, though?
Yes, loser has
I can't take that risk, he says.
No, I like that.
I have a child. EJ, you gave yours. Mikey B.
Utah. Give me 2.
Nice reference. Let's go.
Dave also has Utah. He finally gets one right,
There
and
you go.
I have Utah.
It's about time, Jim. It's about time, Jim, that Mike didn't have a pick that didn't eat the ass end out of a rhino.
That's true.
I almost picked Kansas State just because.
Hey, I want points for that reference and hooking onto it like there, Mikey Bird. Come on.
Proud of you. I'm proud of you. All right, and now we look at the Heisman Trophy winner, student of game Kyle Nash. Who you got winning the Heisman Trophy this year?
Everybody's going to try to sell me Quentin Ewers, and it's not going to work. Crap, and I'm blanking on his name right now. Damn it. It's going to be a quarterback. No, shoot. Who was the guy I was thinking of?
Shedeur Sanders, I know.
I won't rule that out just because he'll do a lot of fantastic stuff and then never make the playoff because Colorado's
When was the last time a guy on a 5-7 team won the Heisman?
Yeah, he only won the 6-7 games to these qualify for, in my opinion.
The media will try. I wouldn't be shocked for the media to put him there.
Travis Hunter.
But
I think KJ Jefferson is a better shot than Shedeur.
Jim, if they win 7 games this year, though, 7+ games, he will definitely get consideration. Well,
yeah, I do think, barring injury or, 5 picks a game or, something like that, tons of turnovers, I think the media will try to get him there to New York as a finalist.
I know this is wrong, but I'm going to say it anyway. And so Jim can laugh hysterically how I'm doubling down with a particular team. I'm going to say Cam Rising because think about it. He's got the best defense in his conference, clearly.
Did you say Utes?
I sure did, homie. And I believe Cam's offensive skills will be rising because of the lack of defense overall in the Big 12. What is it? Death taxes and the over, right, guys?
That is true. And you took away like two teams that sometimes play defense. So
yeah,
and we know Colorado doesn't. Like that is just off the table there. So you may not be wrong there. I don't hate it.
Hey, I
Matt.
about Michael Penix and got screwed. I'm just saying.
I'm high on the Ducks. It's going to be a quarterback. Give me Dylan Gabriel.
Get the sock hawker. Do better. Jesus Christ.
Hey, man, Kyle's his pick.
It's fine. I'm still going to make fun of it. Hey, wasn't he on the Heisman watch list when he almost lost to UCF last year? That was adorable.
And he's only grown.
Is that it?
EJ.
That said, Kyle, I'm a bitch again. Quinn Ewers.
Okay. You do.
At least I got creative with it, EJ. Come on.
I just think something happened. It was a prediction. I'm not just throwing out names in the air. I think they're going to pick him.
I don't know. Who has
a bitch?
I just know I have a better record at this than you do. Just saying.
With the Heisman thing?
Yeah.
I guess.
I picked it 2 years ago spot on, and I picked the guy that should have won it and will lead the Falcons to the playoffs. So there you go.
Ooh. We got that prediction coming up in a couple of weeks on the
Someone's got to win the NFC South.
Talking shit already. Look at that.
Thank you, Matt.
That's true. That's true.
Talking shit already.
Mikey B, Heisman.
Dylan Gabriel.
Thank you.
Piss him off. Get him. Get him. Get it, Kyle.
You're better than this.
Okay,
guys.
hold
You're
on.
just-
Hold on. You say we're better than this, and we got a guy over here picking Quinn Ewers.
Okay.
Wait, no.
Listen.
Went wrong way.
When you make your pick,
Mike,
buddy,
other way.
do I start singing "Give me fuel,
Yeah.
give me fire, give me that's when I desire"? No, I don't. So do better.
Mike, you pointed at Jim, not me, but for the record.
Hold on.
Yeah, I
This
am
is the
not
guy
picking
who-
Quinn Ewers for the record.
This guy is the guy who Cam Rising, there's a bad moon on the rising over here.
Look, he's a Utah fan now. He finally came around. It's taken a few years.
It's been 3 years, right?
Taken a few years. I felt like I beat him down enough.
And there's an extra, by the way, there's an extra element of Murphy's Law that is in play here because I believe Cam Rising is the reason UCF misses the playoff.
Cam Swag.
Kara Rising.
Nice one.
That was
Dave,
good, Mike. Good job.
Dave has Jackson Dart from Ole Miss as his Heisman Trophy.
That would be
I'm looking to go back to back with my correct guy who actually won it because I picked Jaden Daniels last year. I am also going Dylan Gabriel.
Yes, but still hates on the fam.
Wow.
What are we doing here?
I mean,
which is worse, here, Kyle? My pick of Quinn Ewers or the rest of the panel of Dylan Gabriel? I didn't ask you, Jim. I asked Kyle.
I'm the host. I will give my opinion.
The first pick. Dylan Gabriel is set to embarrass himself again.
So mine's a better pick.
Yes.
All right. Suck it, losers.
Well, we'll see how wrong both of you are.
Also, I acknowledge the sun is shining through the security van right on your dog's ass. Okay.
We got a comment here.
Hey, Kyle, look, Kyle, there you go.
As we are transitioning here towards the playoff predictions, I'm a diehard FSU fan, bold strategy. But Ohio State probably going to go undefeated and win.
Be nice.
National.
Be nice to Sean. Jim, that's a Sean.
Boo, ba, boo, da, da, da.
Florida State fan.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
You know.
Okay, you 1988 last time you won national title. Okay,
I'll put it this way: Ohio State going undefeated is one thing. Winning the ship,
yeah. I have Ohio State going unbeaten also too, but we'll get to the bracket.
Whole nother thing.
No.
Whole nother thing. But all right, let's look here at the 12-team college football playoff. A new world here in college football.
Yeah.
But I have a
Mike. What the hell are you dancing to, buddy?
The ringtone that my wife has picked out for my mom because my mom's calling.
Your
so I'm just kind of
Savannah Ritchie.
All right, so we have the 12-team college football playoff of the 4 higher ranked conference champions will end up with byes, and then there will be 7 at-large teams, including one of those the lowest ranked of conference champion out of the group of 5 schools. Would be included into those at large, which I mean, I guess if they end up higher ranked than one of the Power 4 schools, they would get the bye. But no reseeding in the college football playoffs. So the 5-12 matchup would play the 4 in the quarterfinals. The 9-8 winner would play the number 1 team. The 8-11 winner would play the number 3 seed, and the 10-7 winner would play the 2 seed. For interest of our predictions, we will have the semifinals. The 1-4 matchup will be the Orange Bowl. Cotton Bowl will be the 2-3 matchup. The winners of the 2-3 games. That will be determined in reality at the end of the season, as it is in normal years. I think like the team who ends up the highest seed in the semifinal game will get to pick where they want to play. But and then the national championship Monday, January 20th, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. But let's start, guys, with the buys.
All right.
Which teams are going to get the buys? 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll go in reverse order from what we just did. So we'll go Mike, EJ, Matt, and Kyle, and then myself. Mikey B, who are your 4 buy teams in order? 1, 2, 3, 4.
In order from 1 through 4, I have Oregon, Texas, Utah, NC State.
Asinine.
Mike,
I can't believe that's
Mike. What are you doing, man?
Like, I mean, hey, we already.
Mike, you were online today. You had takes for days today.
Okay, but hold on. All we've talked about since I've been a part of this show is how shit the ACC is. So we're supposed to sit here and think that shit can't be thrown at a wall and see if it sticks.
I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, it's fun.
I love your response, but the Wolfpack, fucking really?
Give him the one.
Buddy, all day.
I mean,
hey, is this a joke?
I didn't pick Duke.
I almost did.
What can I say except you're welcome?
You know what? I should have just taken SMU. I should have just doubled down on the over.
Hey, go for broke, man.
Yep. All you've done is admit to your wife that you love watching Dykes. That's all you did.
Ernest, EJ, Christian, you're 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh snap! Can I call your paper again?
Shocker.
Shit, sorry. No, I'm joking. No, 1 through 4, I got Ohio State 1, Georgia 2, Utah 3, and Florida State 4.
All right. Matt.
I have, were we doing 4 to 1 or 1 to 4?
1 to 4.
Okay, so 1 I have Georgia, 2 I have the Oregon Ducks, 3 I have Oklahoma State, 4 I have University of Miami.
You a horrible human being, Matt. You know that? Horrible.
That's what the fuck?
Hold up. Like so do you want me to put 12 seed insert non-power 4 school and as the 4? Because
I guess it could happen.
At that point,
just put it.
Is there a chance that one of those like someone outside the
I mean, if we're really laughing at my pick of NC State winning the ACC, yeah, it's in play.
I was going to say, I mean, theoretically speaking, if a conference beats itself up enough at the top,
right?
You know, so like if the ACC, if Florida State and Clemson and Miami, NC State allegedly beats himself up enough at the top, and everybody loses 3-4 games. Then theoretically there could be a group of 5 conference champion that ends up higher. I mean, again, I go back to it's a kind of a one-time situation, but I think it was like the 2005 Orange Bowl when Florida State at 23 got into a BCS game because they won the I guess it was the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
And they played Penn State, and it's like, why the hell is a team that's barely ranked in the top 25 in a bowl game? It's because of an automatic bid. So it's not impossible. I don't think we're going to see it happen every year, but it's certainly possible.
There's also a chance too, also based on the science of this whole thing, that you could see as much as 8 teams in one conference get into this thing.
Theoretically, yeah.
What about the SEC?
Right, like
I was going to say that's what SEC.
Theoretically, yes. But we'll see if anybody's bold enough to predict that.
You know they'll try one day.
If anybody is bold enough, it would be me, but I don't think I've done that.
All right, Matt. No, Matt already gave yours. Kyle.
Well, you already heard it because EJ did steal my paper. That's why he made the joke. Georgia, Ohio State, Utah, FSU.
He had Ohio State at one.
He had Ohio State at one.
Oh, that's right, because they're
he changed it up enough
I
to
hate you,
make it
Kyle.
look like he doesn't.
What, because I put your team for?
No,
That joke is gonna
watch copyrights, Jim. Watch copyrights.
Well, if he's singing it, I think it's okay.
I'm joking.
We actually got a copyright strike on Hilarity by default because I was sing-songing the Magnum PI theme. No joke.
No shit.
Get the fuck. Are you serious?
That's hilarious.
No. Yeah,
That's hilarious. Devin, I see your comment there. But you have two. You have actually 3 Big Ten teams as in your bye. So it can only be one conference champion per bye.
Sit there and you're wrong. Used to be wrong.
Because Dave,
you idiot.
By the way, I'm watching that show right now for the record.
When Dave picked his
Stupid idiot.
he
Wow. To Dave's credit, he was looking at the 2022 schedule, and
It's true.
these teams were still in the Pac-10.
he got it wrong as well. So, but he did get in. He has Bama 1, Oregon 2, Clemson 3, Utah 4 in his. And for me, I have Georgia 1, Ohio State 2, Utah 3, and my ACC champion, EJ's favorite, the U. That's at 4.
The U, they're back.
All right, they're back, baby.
I hate you, Jim.
Good, I hate you too. Just so we're like aware of where we're at to start.
Well, you EJ.
So safe to
right.
say that all of us have ACC as the 4 seed in the.
Correct.
Yes, I don't have my.
Even I agree with that.
I don't have my group of 4 school.
It's not that we think they belong there, fellas. Remember, this is the committee.
Right. They told us this is how it has to be.
Correct.
Not how we want it to be.
Right.
Them be the rules, brother.
Well, actually, if you were bold enough to put Notre Dame there, that's a thing, right?
Well, Notre Dame can't get a bye.
Oh,
So it has to be a conference champion. And Kyle, as much as you want it to not be a thing, Notre Dame's still an independent.
Do it.
Yeah, pretty rough. That'll never get to them along with money to make them eventually join a conference. Yeah, that'll never turn them over.
I mean, either way, they'd have to play an extra game, so it's not like
Right.
it's
They're going to
hurting
play
them.
the same number of games. And if you want to talk about money, let's see, get a home game most likely in a playoff or play on a neutral site after when getting a bye week. Yeah, I'll say money takes the home game.
Really?
Most likely.
Apparently, you haven't seen some of these TV contracts there, home slice, but move on.
I mean, they have a pretty good one and they don't have to share it with anybody.
Oh,
Well, again, you can wish in one hand and shit in the other. Tell me which one fills up first. All right, we will.
told you it'll be which one it'll be. You just can't handle the truth.
We will start. We will start with the.
All that sugar-free ice cream is.
We will start with the number 12 at the number 5. And Kyle, I'll start with you this time. Number 12 at number 5. Who you got?
Because the committee is the committee. Number 12, Iowa.
Oh, are we going up?
All right. Number 12 at number 5.
Matchups. Okay, cool.
So who's the 5?
Who's the
Yeah,
5?
I'm still working that out. Because I got some things like I wrote it down and I still don't like it. You know what I mean? But I'll say
I've edited my bracket at least twice since we've been live.
I have as well.
Talking about we'll say Oregon at that 5 spot.
Oregon.
All right. Matt, who you got 12 at 5?
Number 12, Boise State versus the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
All right.
At 5.
Very good. EJ.
I got 12, Liberty versus Notre Dame.
All right. Speaking of
Interesting
work. Mikey B.
Number 5, Old Miss hosting the 12 seed, the Tulane Green Wave.
I like it.
Oh, I like that.
Tulane.
Shaking shit up.
It was Tulane or Boise State for me, and I flipped the coin.
Good old coin flip. Many a decision in my life have been decided by a coin flip.
Will I marry her?
That was not one of them.
Will she say yes, Magic 8 Ball?
that was the coin flip for her. Just like praying that please.
Who's to say when I posed that question I wasn't speaking as her? Anyways,
That's a good point. Dave, because again, what year is he looking at? Liberty at Penn State.
Oh God.
Yeah. For me, because EJ copies my work as well, Liberty at Notre Dame. Yeah, I said it.
You got my fucking photos, man.
Brother, mine's been written down. Mine's been written down for days. Somehow you hacked my computer
again.
Man. All right, Kyle. The number 9 at number 8 matchup. Who do you got?
Oh shit. Okay, hold on.
Oh wait, you went 12-5 from. Oh, you're not doing it. Okay, got.
Yeah, I'm going
okay.
like down the bracket.
Yeah, sorry. So hold on, I got to count. Notre Dame and Bama.
I assume Notre Dame is the number 9 there.
No, they're the number 8 because they have that weak ass schedule and have a better record.
Cool. I love that. Matt.
Over.
Number 9, Texas, and number 8, the Utah Utes.
What was it?
Their devastating loss
He's
to
got
Oklahoma State.
Texas at Utah.
Texas at Utah.
Utes.
The Utes.
EJ.
We have our first quote unquote upset here. Texas number 9 beating number 8 Ole Miss.
That's not an upset, but I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? The numbers. That's all I'm saying.
By the way, that's in that game in real life isn't a gimme for Texas. Let's be clear.
No,
yeah, that would actually be a really good one. That'd be
I would throw some
toss-up game.
parts at Texas's chances there.
Hence quotation in
Mikey B.
I have the number 9 seed LSU Tigers traveling to the Horseshoe to take on Ohio State.
All right. Dave has number 9 Texas at number 8 Miami, and I have number 9 Alabama at number 8 Ole Miss. All right. Then we go to 11 at 6, Kyle.
11 is where I'm putting the G5 because Iowa's a joke and they're still going to make the playoff because that just seems to be what effing happens. If I'm wrong, God bless it.
You will be this time, but
no disrespect to Kurt Ferentz, though. It's been great covering him the past few years when I have here at the Pop-Tarts Bowl or the Citrus Bowl, wherever it may be. Yeah, with the 3-point conversion. Thank you, Jim. I'll say Boise State. I'm flopping between a bunch of teams, and I can't let EJ think he had a good idea, so I'm going to go away from Liberty.
Love that.
And this is 11, and I'm sorry, remind me which number?
6.
Fuck you, Kyle.
Believe it or not, Michigan.
Okay. Good. Matt.
I also have Michigan in this matchup, but as my 11 seed. So the 11 seed Michigan Wolverines versus the 6 seed Ole Miss Rebels.
All right, EJ, 11 at 6.
We can say the winners too around this game, can we? I've been saying that for the first.
Yeah, I mean, when we get to the when we eventually get to the semifinal matchups, we probably will see some of those. But yeah, you can say
anyway.
Okay, but I'm picking right now. I'm at 11-6. You said right? 11-6. I have
11.
Oregon. I have 6 seed Oregon beating 11 seed Miami.
All right, Miami at Oregon. All right, and Mikey B.
I also have the U as the 11 seed. They travel to South Bend to take on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Ooh, I'll take that in December. 11 at 6. Dave has SMU at Georgia, and I have number 11 Florida State and number 6 Texas. And then last of the opening round games, we have number 10 at number 7 Kyle.
And in an SEC battle nonetheless. LSU battles 10th seed Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is the 10, you said?
I did.
Okay. At LSU. Matt.
I have the 10th seed Florida State Seminoles versus the 7th seed Ohio State Buckeyes.
All right. EJ.
I have the 10 seed Clemson versus the 7 seed Alabama.
You have Clemson making the playoff. That's cute.
Who? Say again?
Adorable.
Making the playoff. That's cute.
That's a choice. Mikey B.
The 10 seed Alabama Crimson Tide travel to Athens to take on the Georgia Bulldogs.
Ooh, like it. Dave has number 10 Iowa State at number 7 Ole Miss. This is where I get Michigan in there. Number 10 Michigan at number 7 Oregon. All right, so let's take it out to the college football playoff semifinals. We will start. Let's do the 4-1 matchup, which we have as.
Is it quarterfinals, semifinals? It is the first round, quarterfinals, semifinals.
We're skipping the quarterfinals for.
Oh, we are. Okay.
Yeah. We're skipping over those for our predictions. I will show my full bracket so you can actually see how, like, when we get there. I filled one out the whole way just so you can kind of see how it all fills itself out.
Are we going to talk those a different time, or should we just go over them?
Yeah. I mean, if you guys want to give your we can go over your quarterfinal.
Yeah,
I have mine.
That's a chunk of the matches are here with the bye teams playing the first games.
Yeah. All right. Kyle, do you have your?
I do. I have 2 upsets in the form of I'll put upsets in air quotes because 9 beats 8. I got Bama over Notre Dame. I got Ole Miss moving on as 10 over LSU. I have Oregon. That's not an upset, obviously. I have Michigan as well. So 2 Big Ten, 2 SEC.
All right, Matt.
So we're going through our picks. So
yeah.
I have 5 seed Notre Dame over Boise State.
Homer.
I have the 6 seed Ole Miss over 10 seed Michigan. I have 7 seed Ohio State over Florida State. And then I have the 8 seed Utah Utes beating Texas at the 9 seed.
Right. Very good. EJ, your quarterfinal.
All right, so I have 1 seed Ohio State beating Texas, which is a 9 seed. I have 2 seed. Say it again. Yeah.
So they don't reseed.
Yeah, but aren't we predicting who wins the 8-9 matchups? Is he's already going to the 1 versus 8?
We already did that.
No, we didn't.
You did that.
You did.
No, 8-9. My 8-9 was Texas against the.
Yes, you predicted the winners there.
Yeah,
none of the rest of us did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So we're still in the first round then.
Yeah.
No.
We never gave the results of our first round games. We only picked who was playing.
Right.
You gave results. Therefore, you're moving on to the next.
Okay.
Right? Or am I losing my mind?
I think you're losing your mind because
all right, cool.
on the actual predictions, like for the sake of our record keeping, we're skipping over the quarterfinals.
That I know.
Yeah, we're just going through the quarterfinal round right now.
Right, but EJ was giving his quarterfinal games.
He was actually going over the games. We haven't even announced who was winning the first round games to get into the quarterfinals.
My first 2, I announced my winners in the first round.
Gotcha.
That's where I was getting confused.
So I was wondering,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Jim, where we're at now? So just keep on.
So finish giving the teams that are advancing out of the first round.
Okay, so I'll say it again. Okay, I have Notre Dame beating Liberty.
Okay.
That's 12-5. I have Oregon beating Miami.
Okay.
I have Alabama beating Clemson.
Okay.
And I have Texas beating Ole Miss.
All right, very good.
That's the upset. The upset / quote unquote.
All right, Mikey B.
I have Ole Miss over Tulane. I have LSU over Ohio State, Georgia over Alabama, and Notre Dame over Miami.
Okay. And then in my first round, I have Oregon beating Michigan. I have Texas beating Florida State. I have Ole Miss beating Alabama. I have Notre Dame beating Liberty.
I would love to watch Jim eat sugar-free ice cream as his team actually wins to pay for the lack of faith in his trenches.
It's the Cowboys fan him.
All right, so let's go around. Let's give our actual quarterfinal matchup. So it's the first round. The teams that advance out of that first round, they're meeting the teams with the bye again. The winner of the 5-12 will play the 4 seed. Winner of 8-9 plays the 1. Winner of 6-11 plays the 3, and winner of 7-10 plays the 2.
So we're setting it up first. Reveal the matchups, then after we'll do the winners.
Correct. Then we'll run through our
cool
semifinals.
Okay.
So yeah, let's give our quarterfinal matchups. Mikey B, we'll start with you.
My quarterfinals is Oregon versus LSU in the 1-9 matchup. The 2-7 is Texas, Georgia. The 3-6 Utah, Notre Dame. And the 4-5 is Ole Miss and NC State.
All right, very good. EJ?
All right. My first quarterfinals, I have Ohio State, 1 seed against the 9-seeded Texas Longhorns. I have 2 seed Georgia against 7 seed Alabama. I have 6 seed Oregon against 3 seed Oregon. Sorry, I apologize. I got to go up and down my notepad here.
Utah.
No, Utah. Thank you. 3 seed Utah.
I'm going to need help too.
Oregon.
I have it all written down.
No, my separated. It's on here, but it's separated here.
Hit it again.
Yeah, 3 seed Utah against.
He not only rambled, but he rumbled and stumbled.
Thank you, man. 3 seed Utah against 6 seed Oregon. I have a separate prediction. That's why. And then 4 seed Florida State against 5 seed Notre Dame.
All right.
Oh yeah, look at that.
All right, Matt.
I have 1 seed Georgia versus the 8 seed Utah. I have 2 seed Oregon versus the 7 seed Ohio State. 3 seed Oklahoma State versus the 6 seed Ole Miss. And then the 4 seed Miami versus the 5 seed Notre Dame.
All right, very good. Kyle.
Okay, so again, I'm going to need help with this. I'm warning everybody up front. Just because not reseeding is absolutely fundamentally effing stupid. Okay, we got that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but
okay. So with my I might do it in a different order, but just bear with me. So with Georgia as my number 1, they're going to take the winner number 9. Georgia Bama will be this game in what's been a championship game in a lot of other past years. My number 2 being Ohio State. They'll be doing battle in the game. I think it'll be fun. Ole Miss as the 10 seed upsetting air quotes LSU. Number 3, Utah will be doing battle with Michigan in what I think will be an absolutely fun game in and of itself. A lot of defense, a lot of trench warfare there. And FSU will be doing battle against Oregon. Defense, what defense, I ask you?
What defense? No defense. No defense. Better defense at the Alamo. All right, and then for my quarterfinals, I have number 1 Georgia meeting the number 8 Ole Miss, who beats Alabama. I have number 2 Ohio State, who will take on Oregon, the advancing number 7 seed. Number 3 Utah, taking on number 6 Texas, who advanced out of the first, and number 4 Miami taking on number 5 Notre Dame, who advanced out of the first. All right, so now we go to the college football semifinals, and how this works is the winner of, let's call them the 1-4 matchup, will play each other, and for sake of our predictions, this is the Orange Bowl, and then the winners of the 2-3 matchups will play in the Cotton Bowl. So let's start with the Orange Bowl, the winner of what is the 1-4, the top half of the bracket. Mikey, who is playing in the Orange Bowl?
The Orange Bowl will be represented by the 1 seed Oregon Ducks, who upended LSU. They will be taking on the 5 seed Ole Miss Running Rebels, who defeated the NC State Wolfpack.
All right.
Oh shit. Okay, it's gonna be a little tougher here. So I'm not revealing my quarterfinal winners.
You are.
I mean, I guess kind of. Yeah.
Yes. Now this is because these are the teams that will meet in the semifinals. So you have to.
So I assuming, because this is gonna be really convoluted when they get to this point in real time, as the rules say, based on the bowls and what the relationships are with the teams. And all
right,
that.
but again, so I'm trying to make it simpler, which apparently is not easy to do.
Right.
For our sake, the winners of the number 1 and whoever they played in the quarters, and number 4 and whoever they played, will advance to play each other in the Orange Bowl. That's the game we're giving right now.
So I'll give the first 2 games then, I guess. Then. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Ohio State will beat Texas, and then they will meet the winner, which I believe will be Ohio. It's either
Oregon. Florida State or Notre Dame.
Oh shit. Okay. So then. Okay. Thank you. Then. Okay, cool, perfect. Thank you, Mike. Florida State
Yeah.
over Notre Dame because I can't have Matt and Jim be sports happy.
All right, so your Orange Bowl is Ohio State versus Florida State.
Yeah, so I have to change. Okay, I have to change up then. Change up my
Yes.
a little bit. That's fine. Yes, thank you.
I have everything. I have everything written down, so I can try to.
No, I appreciate that. No, I haven't.
This to help people.
Okay.
Remember how I sent this in the group text a couple days ago, EJ?
No, that's fine. But there's it's weird with the bowl matchups. It's a little weirder.
It's the problem is the reseeding, Jim.
Right.
It's
I
real
had
hard to wrap.
Yeah, I had it set where Ohio State is playing Oregon actually in the semifinals.
All right.
That's all.
Matt.
Number 1, Georgia versus the 5 seed Notre Dame.
All right, very good.
Homer.
Well, EJ gets one for
Homer.
Florida State. Matt gets one.
Homer.
There we go. Student of the game, Kyle Nash.
The Orange Bowl is going to be number 3 Utah versus number 10 Ole Miss.
Wow.
It can't be number 3.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
it would have to be. It would have
your
to
options, Kyle. Your options here is
Not
Georgia, Georgia or Alabama playing the winner of Florida State, Oregon.
I'm okay. Well, what I'm looking at is different. Then I'm seeing that it says that it's 11-7 versus 2 in the as one 11 winner of 11 winner of Georgia versus whoever comes out of 10-7 is one half of the Orange Bowl, and then 3 versus whoever is the other half. What am I getting wrong here?
Well, the orange and cotton in real life are not determined yet.
Right.
For the sake of ours, the orange is the winner of the 4-1.
Okay, so
Of
okay,
the 4 of the 4 game and the 1 game.
Okay, then then I'll go to the other game then. The Oregon Ducks still make the playoff despite not winning the conference to battle Georgia because the ACC left in a hole again.
You get me, Kyle. Same.
What? That your team sucks?
Where did you have Georgia ranked? Just so I have put the number.
He has Georgia as the number 1 team in the nation.
And Oregon was what?
The 5.
Oregon was 5. Yes.
5. Okay, got
God
it.
damn, Mike, how are you doing this so tight?
I literally have an entire spreadsheet up. I've been typing everything in as we go.
There you go.
All right. Dave has he has Penn State, who was the 5 seed, versus Alabama, who was the 1. Yeah, I know.
What year again are we in?
I know, right?
Oh, sweet super child.
Give him like 6 homers for that. My goodness.
Oh, the board locked up. We're gonna get some ha-has here maybe in a minute. The board was so overwhelmed by Penn State in the semifinal that it just gave up.
That's not compute, master.
The board just jumped off a cliff. Mine, I have the number 5 seed Notre Dame and the 1 seed Georgia it's not gonna let me play the homer. So homer. All right, let's go to the Cotton Bowl. And Mike, we will start with you again. Who is your Cotton Bowl?
I have the 2 seed Texas defeating Georgia, and then I have them playing Notre Dame, who defeated Utah in the other quarterfinal matchup.
And Notre Dame was your 5?
Notre Dame was my 6.
6. Okay, got it.
That was the 3-6 matchup.
Got it. Cool. All right, EJ.
Mike, what was my Cotton Bowl matchup again?
You have Utah versus Oregon.
Okay.
And then you have Georgia versus Alabama.
Okay, so I'm going to have Georgia defeating Alabama and then Oregon beating Utah.
Okay.
Wrong.
All right. Matt, go ahead.
I have Ole Miss destroying Oklahoma State.
It was a good run. And it was a good run. Yeah, exactly.
It's a good run. And then this will be the 3rd time Oregon faces Ohio State, and 3rd time will not be the charm for the Ducks. So Ohio State versus Ole Miss.
That's a sick part. We may see matchups here like 2 or 3 times. Like
So
somebody's
Oregon, apparently, the Ducks take a bird poop into the giant mullet. Yes, there we go.
And then Kyle, what do you got for the Cotton Bowl?
Well, we already said it earlier, but just for those who missed it, my ridiculous matchup, the Big 12 makes it this far. Ole Miss and Utah.
All right, and Ole Miss was
wrong.
10.
Except for the fact it's completely accurate, but cool.
Let's see what Dave cooked up for this one. He has I mean, this one probably not as far off as the other one. Well, definitely not as far off as the other one. He has number 2 Oregon and number 6 Georgia. And then I have number 6 Texas at number 7 or versus number 7 Oregon. I think Oregon does beat Ohio State in the quarterfinals.
Is Notre Dame still alive?
If you believe Oregon at number 2, that's not that bad a matchup.
Yes, EJ, I have Notre Dame
in the semis.
In the semis versus Georgia.
You fucking homer.
I do
mean,
as
you
well.
have Florida State in yours, so
I know.
So
fucking homer.
What's your point?
Simpsons theme because of all the homer. That's
The
right.
board is still just on complete.
What the fuck on the
lockdown.
board tonight, man?
Dave broke it.
Oh,
Dave
okay.
absolutely
Backup. This is
shattered
me
the
getting
board.
some backup.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, that particular matchup by you, Jim, not great, Bob. Here we go.
All right. Let's go to the national championship. Kyle, we'll start with you on this one. Who do you have playing in the national championship?
My dumb ass has Utah in the national championship. This doesn't
Come
make
on.
any
And of all
sense.
the times for Utes to be off to not work.
Utah, give me 2.
I you know, and it's because of this playoff bracket style, man. Like the Utah gets some favorable matchups, and they sneak past Ole Miss, thinking that they could escape by here. That's a trap. That's what they figure out. And yeah, Ole Miss falls, and then Georgia smashes Oregon into oblivion as they actually play somebody who will have a front 4 that will crush them, or a front 7 even that would crush them.
All right, so you got Utah. You end up with Utah and Georgia in the national championship.
That's actually kind of a fun game, guys.
It would actually be kind of fun. Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, I have Georgia defeating Notre Dame. There ends my homer run of picks.
Yep.
They didn't even belong there.
And I have Ohio State beating Ole Miss. So Ohio State versus Georgia.
I don't mean to talk over you, Matt. I'm assuming that's what Jim would have pushed on the soundboard if it would work.
Yes, probably. Yeah, if it would be working, it would have.
All right, that counts as a second one. We're at 2 on the fuck
counts.
you, Kyle counts.
I tried. It's thinking. It wants to do it. Hey, there we go. We're back.
Hey,
welcome back.
All right,
And
play
we're
like,
back.
play like 8 ha-has at the Penn State pick.
Well, that's what broke it the last time.
Does that count as a third one?
Yes.
All right.
All right. Let's EJ, who do you have in the national championship?
I have Ohio State defeating Florida State. Wow. And then I have Georgia defeating Oregon.
All right. And Mikey B.
The Oregon Ducks defeat the Ole Miss Running Rebels, and the Texas Longhorns and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish run. Give me Oregon versus Texas.
All right. Very good. Dave has Oregon and Alabama advancing out of the semifinals, so he at least gets that part of it right.
Not
And
really.
He is aware. He is aware Nick Saban retired. Right?
I mean, he is. I mean, is Penn State losing in a big game? So
the lack of
standard
for the Big 12 on this panel is palpable. Just saying.
I'm a little upset that I accidentally pre-typed Penn State in for Dave to get to the national title. I had to erase it.
based on what he had done up to this point.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't say I blame you. And then I have Georgia ending Notre Dame's season and advancing to the national championship. I have Texas ending the Oregon Ducks season and advancing to the national championship. And then to close out the predictions, we'll go in reverse order this time. Mikey B, who do you have as your college football national champion?
I know everybody's thinking that I'm going to come in here and I'm going to hit you with an Oregon Duck, hit him with a Go Ducks. But to quote my friend Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. The stars at night shine deep and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. The Longhorns win the national title.
I was actually expecting you to drop a quack, quack, motherfucker, but okay.
All right. EJ, who do you have?
I'm going to go Georgia. This is a revenge season for them. Losing to Alabama last year in the SEC title game and not screw out the playoff, but, it could be argued. This is it for them. 3 and 4 years.
I mean, I don't think really it could be argued that they should have been there because the math didn't math to get them in there.
Right. I'm just saying that
I understand what you're saying, but the math didn't math to get them in there.
It could be argued better.
They screwed them. They can't be. You screwed yourself when you lost to Alabama.
No, agreed. So,
but
Georgia
screwed Georgia.
They're back 3 and 4 years, and
they should have been ranked higher than FSU. Just throwing that out there.
I mean,
the only reason why is because of the record. That's it. Which
neither made the playoff, so irrelevant either way. And well, we saw what happened in the bowl game. Matt, who do you got winning the national championship?
I have the Georgia Bulldogs defeating the Ohio State Buckeyes.
All right, Kyle.
Big 12, that was a lucid, intelligent, well thought out objection. Overruled. Listen, Utah may have that dog in them, but that dog will tear itself out like something out of Aliens, and they will be the national champions. Just say.
All right, very good. Dave has Oregon. Quack, quack, motherfucker.
There it is.
There he is.
As his national champion.
Get the fuck out of here.
And as much as I don't like it, I do have the Georgia Bulldogs as mine. This is what the bracket looks like once it's actually played out. When you see how the non-reseed again, I don't like that they don't reseed. I think it's goofy. It's definitely goofy as hell. But
maybe it changed a couple of years. Who knows?
Well, that's the thing. I think the first 2 years, and then after that, I think they have the I think everything they re-up the contract or something. So this is still based on like the previous whatever, even though they expanded. So there could certainly be a case to be made that once we see these first couple that it will reshuffle a bit and we will get something different once it comes out on the other side. So, but
listen, the fact that somebody beats Boise State where they do to advance says plenty.
Well, and like, to my point, of course, playing this from in my bracket with Notre Dame being in there and where I have them in there, like this is why part of me, when people say that it doesn't make sense for Notre Dame to not join a conference. And right now, again, Kyle and I will dispute this until the day that college football forces Notre Dame's hand, probably.
That's what I'm saying.
But my point, until they basically make it that an independent can't make the playoff, which I still don't think is happening, but that's another conversation for another time.
Right.
Is that like Notre Dame, you're getting to host a bowl game against the low, in this case, the lowest seeded team, and then you're going to go against the lowest seeded of the conference champion who gets the bye. So like it theoretically speaking, as it plays out in my bracket, is the easiest road to the semifinal because they don't receive.
So theoretically, they get to play the 12 seed, and then they get to play the 13th seed, aka the ACC champion.
Right, exactly.
This guy gets it. Well, and that's the point I'm making, right? Texas at 6 is getting Boise State in my example.
Yeah.
Because they made it for 11 for those who can't see the bracket there on the podcast for huddleup.com or Huddle Up Inc. Bing.
There you go. All right, that is where we're going to close up the prediction side. But we are going to do lock it up if the let's see if the board wants to play along.
You better lock it up. You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
Not what is going to happen this weekend, but what
Florida State loses to Georgia Tech.
I'll lock that up.
Lock it up.
You would.
But what is one thing that will happen this season in college football? Mikey B, I'll start with you.
The Colorado Buffaloes will finish under 500.
Ooh.
Lock it up.
That's a good lock.
But okay.
I think it's a good lock. EJ, what's one thing that will happen this year? Please don't be lame about it this season.
No. My lock of the year will be that Ohio State will indeed run the table until the title game.
All right.
Lock it up.
Matt.
Coach of the top 25 team will get fired mid-season.
Ooh.
Any guesses?
Lock it up.
No.
Florida's not top 25 this year, so we can't use that one. Am I right?
No, that one we
Florida State after they lose to Georgia Tech.
No. you leave Mikey Norvell out of this someday.
Get him, Kyle. Get him.
Hey, shut up.
That
Fuck
is
you.
a disgusting act.
Hey, fuck you, Kyle.
Well, fuck you, Kyle.
That's another one.
Student of the game, Kyle Nash. What is one thing that will happen this season?
Anybody notice Penn State not on my playoff rankings?
There could be
Surprise,
your
surprise.
top 25 coach going too.
Ooh.
That's a good
Seat's
point.
already pretty hot.
It is a hot seat, and if they stumble in some of those, some of those games that they should win, it's going to get a lot hotter.
I can see it too.
I don't think Penn State was in any of ours. Just days.
No.
Just
Because
days.
because keep in mind, we each had 3 Big Ten teams: Oregon, Michigan, Ohio State.
We did.
Someone's got to get left out, and it's be Penn State.
I did not have Michigan in mind.
So do you think that if they don't make the playoff, he's done? They can him.
If Penn
Play him
State
bust.
doesn't make the playoffs, I think that James Franklin will either be fired or it'll be, dude, you got one more year.
The hottest one in the history of hot seats.
I will say this, and with the FSU fan on the panel who knows what boosters can do, right? Just ask a certain coach previous to Mike Norvell being brought in. Just saying. I'm going to say that with what I know anecdotally about Penn State's program, I would argue the boosters would not let another year happen.
Am I allowed to double down on my hot take from earlier?
Sure.
He gets fired after they lose to Minnesota.
I mean,
what is that game?
That
The
being
second to last game of the season.
and if you don't like that, my hot take, and you could call me a homer here if you want. Billy Napier gets fired after losing to UCF in Gainesville.
Oh, okay.
Is it fair though for him to get fired?
Who gives a shit? It's going to
That's
happen.
that schedule's brutal.
Fair or foul, who cares? Play it as it lies.
4.5 wins to over-under this year too. You see that shit? Oh my god.
Mr.
I mean,
Gilmore played that
here's the
shot.
thing. What year is this? His third year there?
Third year.
I mean, here's the thing. Do I think that 3 years is enough time to really turn a program around? Absolutely not. Does that matter to boosters and people that have a lot of money stake in a team? No, it does not.
Especially a school that's used to being good all the time.
Guys,
as often as they are.
Guys, in a world where transfers are what they are, and you can make 5-game record improvements in one season just based on transfers, when you could go from a G5 team and 2 years later be a threat to a conference championship and then lose to the Utes so Jim can make fun of you. And yes, I'm referring to UCF.
You say Utes.
The what?
So yeah, I actually think 3 years is enough time in this day and age if you're a good enough recruiter, and that's become more of the job than ever has been in the past. Period. Point blank. Just ask Gus Malzahn at UCF, guys.
Very true.
What was your lock?
What
of
was
the
your
year?
lock though?
Well, I said Penn State not making the playoff, but I also added on Billy Napier getting fired when he loses to UCF.
Lock it up.
There we go. My one thing that will happen: every Power 4 conference champion will have at least one loss.
Lock it up.
I can see that.
No, you can't. You just locked up Ohio State going undefeated, jackass.
I can see that if they lose to Oregon. Everybody pick Oregon.
So
here
you
on the
can see
panel.
yourself being a tool.
That is the only game I see that they can lose in the schedule. That is it.
Help me, God.
Again, the fact that you're alleged Michigan homer ass
Allegedly
can't see that being a possibility.
Not this year. Too much changes. Ohio State's
Too much changes. Michigan basically has the same program. Like, I understand you lost McCarthy, you lost Corum, but the guy
only a quarterbacking coach. Only no big deal.
McCarthy wasn't asked to do that much, guys. Y'all keep forgetting.
Exactly. I think they were probably going to be equal, possibly even better at quarterback this year. Plus, you have Donovan Edwards, who was the better of the two running backs in the national championship game. Plus, a guy who has been the heir apparent for years and coached them for 4 games last year, including beating Ryan Day's ass in Ann Arbor. So, like,
speaking of Ryan Day, before we close it out, is this national title or bust for him?
No.
What is the benchmark for him for Ohio State fans to be okay with him?
Second round of the playoffs.
Yeah. Because
make semis, right? Make semis.
No, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, guys. If he
beats Michigan,
correct.
It doesn't matter what they do in the playoffs.
Correct.
Right.
If they lose to Michigan, he's got to get semifinals or better to buy another year.
I think he has to make the national championship there, Jim. But yeah,
if they lose to Michigan,
the seat he'll have to do a lot of ass kissing if they only make it to the semifinals.
A lot more, according to
so. This is a 2-prong answer. Like beat Michigan,
Michigan is the first key to the answer. If he beats Michigan, his job is safe.
Right.
If he loses to Michigan, he has to answer for it in the play. If he loses to Michigan and doesn't go deep into the playoffs, I think he is out.
What if their only loss is to Michigan and they get to the semis and lose?
Jim is saying he's safe. I don't agree.
I think
they finished with 2 losses.
I don't think it's a guarantee that he gets fired if they go 11-1 but lose to Michigan.
I thought the question was
win the Big Ten and then get to the semifinals, because that means you have a playoff win to get to the semis.
Point of order, isn't the question hot seat, or are we talking about getting fired?
Fired.
Yeah, the seat's already hot.
It's hot now
in Columbus.
Is it?
Right, wrong, or indifferent? I think the seat is absolutely.
Because I think if
they've lost to Michigan 3 times and they haven't won a national championship.
Because I think if they lose to Michigan, he has to get the title game.
If they lose to Michigan, I see what.
Hey. Yeah. I think a loss to Michigan makes it a
title game.
Again, I think there's a possibility, depending on how they look in the quarterfinals and how they look if they lose in the semis, right? Like if they're playing Georgia and lose by 3, he can probably buy another year.
If they lose to Utah by a touchdown in the semis.
Right. Like it's going to be situational depending how the semifinal game goes.
Right.
I mean, I think that's the same way with how bad they look in the Michigan loss.
I don't think that matters.
The reason why it's different there, Mike, in my opinion. And again, we're in the weeds a little bit, but hear me out. You're making that face. It's because Harbaugh's out and they still blew it. That's how the fans are going to look at it. And you remember, you see, you're using.
But Harbaugh didn't coach in the last game that they lost.
Hold on, which is a great point, but still not the point. It's a coaching change, right? It's a different regime, right? This is a whole thing where at least Harbaugh was in the building and they could blame that. Hell, Jim props it up for his Michigan team all the time. So the punchline being this, it's your
good.
fault, man. Listen, when I'm
found out, man.
When I'm in the Kia Center and I can tell how much of a homer you are after that championship game, you can't handle the truth. By the way, that's 5, I think, Mike.
Yes, that is the 5. That's
only 5.
The board was down for at least 25 minutes.
The year's still young.
I was calling the ball for the first 30 minutes and he wasn't throwing it. Just saying, but
you can't ask for it
because
you're desperate.
That's what she said. But because
she did.
Sorry, because that regime's changed. That matters more to the boosters. You're using logic and NFL analysis that you do, especially when you come on the Student of the Game podcast. Bing! But the boosters being what they are and NIL being a thing, forcing them to be more involved. Trust me, sir, the fuse is shorter.
Yep.
I'm not denying that, but I'm saying a multiple overtime game where they get stopped on a 2-point conversion attempt and then get to the semis. Yeah.
I can make the argument that makes it worse, Mike.
That kind of happened 2 years ago. They lost to Michigan, got in the playoff, and almost beat Georgia. So
I'm just saying
if you're going with that, EJ, but okay.
I'm just saying that
I'm saying if they lose in similar fashion to the way that they beat Notre Dame last year, the walk-off 4th and goal from the 3-foot line, and then
Jim wanted to interrupt that painful memory.
Sorry,
I don't need to relive.
They get okay. So say vice versa, they get stopped. Michigan wins and then they get to the semis and lose to Georgia by 10.
Asked and answered. If that happens and they're in a Georgia game and maybe they lose by 10, but they feel good about it for whatever reason, maybe.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think there's a possibility of making it somebody. But here's why I think the Michigan game is very critical for Ryan Day's future. He won in his first year in that rivalry. And won by a lot. Since then, he has lost 3 in a row. They have not won a national title in those seasons. If they lose this year, he will now be 0-2 to Sharon Moore in that rivalry. The guy who is going to be the head coach by all accounts for years, multiple years to come. Like, all of a sudden that dark blue cloud gets real heavy over Columbus, because now next year the game's going to be back in Ann Arbor if you don't meet in the postseason. Again, this is assuming that you don't end up seeing each other in the playoffs. Now, that could add a whole nother wrinkle to this. If you end up playing Michigan in the playoffs
again, right,
and Michigan beats them again,
yeah.
then he's
Bye.
Or if he beats them in the playoffs, then he could probably salvage it. If they beat Michigan in the quarters, but he loses in the semis, okay, well, you got one back against Michigan. You're good for another year.
Way more fluid.
I think we need to understand one other thing too, guys. I think Ryan Day was surviving on the if Marvin Harrison Jr. didn't get hurt, they would have won that game thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure.
In the playoff game for at least a year or two already. So I think that needs to factor into the conversation as well.
Is Ryan Day more of an offensive or defensive-minded coach?
They'll tell you offense, but
yeah, he came through as he's been he was an offensive coach. Like,
right,
he was a wide receivers coach, quarterback coach, offensive coordinator.
Just look at his latest product, right?
I can't wait to see him be the offensive coordinator of the Akron Zips next year.
It's more likely, you joke, but it's more likely he's the offensive coordinator, say, for a Dallas Cowboys team.
What?
That would be epic.
Now you're asking for it. Now you're asking for it.
That's why he did it. Always when he did it.
Oh my God!
I really didn't. My mind was actually analyzing, and I thought to myself, "Oh shit, that might
fuck yourself."
At first, I thought he was going to say Notre Dame, and then he went Dallas. And I said, well, that works too.
Stupid, Jesus.
Because I already have motherfuckers in my life like predicting and I mean, it might even have been you, Kyle, or EJ, or somebody predicting a Shadur Sanders as a draft pick for the Dallas Cowboys.
I did it. It was good.
Yeah, I have people in my life who are
Cowboys. Whoa.
Whoa.
There's a line, Jim. What the fuck? Unless you
I couldn't remember if it was you. I have too many people in my life that love seeing me miserable. So
God, I can't wait. Shaderby's the quarterback, and Coach Prime is the new head coach after they fire Mike McCarthy.
To be clear, God damn,
what a world.
To be clear,
is that the thing that finally breaks me?
Yes.
That might be it. That might just Viking funeral. All my Cowboys.
I'm praying for it too. I'm praying for it. Deion's head coach.
There's room on the Bengal bandwagon, my friend. Come on board.
To America's team's dominance in the 90s on defense, that would be a problem. Really, Jim?
Jim become a Lions fan immediately.
No, I've already said if I were to leave, if something were to morally break me, I would go where most of my other sports fandom is. I would go to the Beltway region, to the Ravens.
Not bad.
Oh, that's even worse.
Uh-oh, here comes
Bengal guy here. I get it.
I get it, Mike. But I don't. Again, I'm a sucker for pain and torturing myself.
Yeah, you know what? Go to Baltimore then, because whenever he blows his ACL out, you can complain about that.
Oh, how's that going for you, Burr?
It's great. It's great because whenever he throws it up everyone's ass this year, the Joe Burrow revenge tour takes place. You guys can sit back and enjoy.
And in week 5, when his wrist defibrillates.
Brock Purdy? I'm sorry.
He not only rambled, but he rumbled and stumbled.
Excuse me. Was that a Brock Purdy shot? Really?
Yeah, it was.
Hey, let's save it for 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Ding, round over.
See
round 2.
Listen, I'm just noticing how many playoff games you got to watch from home. That's all.
I mean, we've been to a Super Bowl too. Unlike some other teams.
I mean, what's good for the goose, bitch? I mean.
I mean, we've been to a Super Bowl. We were a play away from winning one.
So
Get your mouth shut.
Who
So
was a play
Super
away?
Bowl droughts on the Super
We're
Bowl
having
droughts
that
on the
conversation. Who was a play away?
Oh, I'm sorry, Aaron
You got
Donald.
beat by John Matthews Stafford. Okay,
I got beat by Aaron Donald. Let's be real here. The best defensive tackle the
And
last 20 years of football.
and Chris Jones was the answer in 9 games.
That's so goddamn rude.
So Super Bowl drought on this podcast right now.
Burn. It's adorable. This is actually a very nice. This is more of a warm up I get from EJ's dumb tool ass.
Ding ding, round 1. We'll see you in round 2 in 2 weeks.
So Jim,
It got hot here.
Jim, Super Bowl drought this podcast. Obviously, the shortest one is Matt, 6 years. I'm 13 years.
Never. Move on.
13 years from me. Kyle's what?
I'm at Kyle's longer than
35
me.
years.
I'm the third closest.
No,
you talking about?
no, 20,
Winning a Super Bowl?
29
Are you
years
talking about
Kyle,
winning?
28 for you.
Hey, listen.
Jim.
Cowboys was Super Bowl 30, dick.
Yeah, 29 was fucking Kyle.
Kyle, yeah.
Never.
He's never.
Yeah, Mike wins.
Fuck
Mike
all of
wins.
you.
Mikey B, good lord, it got hot in here real quick at the end. Mikey B,
I'm just thoroughly
tell
enjoying.
people where they
Oh, we're
can-
done already? What a fast show today. God.
Yeah, 2 hours went quick. Mikey B, tell them where they can follow you.
You can follow me on Twitter at They Call Me Burn. You can listen to me talk wrestling on the Take 3 Wrestling podcast with Big Jim. You can also listen to me talk about South Florida baseball, sunny days, and double plays. Otherwise, we're going to have a fun one this year. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between the internet keyboard and the screen. Looking forward to it. I got all my spreadsheets ready to keep track of predictions. Kyle, please make sure I don't get blamed for the math again this year. I greatly
No,
appreciate
your
it.
math was better last year, and you noticed
he's
that
gonna
I
cry.
actually knew I was getting picked. EJ got dunked on.
Wait for the crying Kyle this year. Oh,
No,
my
excuse
math
me.
was wrong.
You know what? Hold on. Let's do this. Kyle versus Ernest. Better
No.
collegiate picks.
What happened last year?
I want
before you
this.
what happened last year before you fell off track in stats? What happened?
You were winning.
Shut the fuck up, Noel.
He's
Who's
mad.
crying now?
Now I want to
mad.
see this. Ding, round 1.
Kyle, big man. I'll show you up. Here you go. There you go.
I don't need to be jerked off that bad, buddy.
Double.
Jim, I'm sorry in advance, but the next 3 months are about to be real wild, my boy.
Jim, what I tell you a couple weeks ago? The next 6 months with me?
Yeah, what fuck. I just
You're not going to make it 6 months with him. You might throw him out after 3.
I'm gonna get woke.
Jim, can I ask one question?
I'm gonna get woke Jim's vote because I'm the lesser evil to the Trump impressionist.
I have a good question before we go. Notre Dame national title this year, or Kamala Harris beating Donald Trump in the election? Pick one.
You are such a dick. I'm used to paying from Notre Dame. Give me Harris for the win.
Hell yeah.
We can't suffer.
Ernest, that may have been a. You know what? I'm going to be the asshole. Kamala Harris winning or Notre Dame never winning a national title. I'll be the asshole.
This year.
Again, I was 3. Payne is my middle name. Give me Harris for the win.
Kamala or with joining a conference.
Now you're just being ridiculous.
Yes,
for you, Jim. Jim, for you.
EJ, tell them where they can follow you. Or
on X, Twitter, whatever the fuck they call it these days. Even 7. Why you like a Star Trek?
Jordy LaFleur is in the building.
Mike.
I'm about to start shooting lasers out of my eyes.
Earthquake Podcast, all podcast catchers. EJ Christian 7 on X/Twitter, and that's all I got for you. Next week, same bad time, same bad channel.
All right, Matt, go ahead.
This year, EJ, I'd like you to stop saying X/Twitter. It's Twitter.
You have an X right next to your fucking right side of the left side of the screen,
Look, man,
buddy.
if you feel the need to call it X,
You're an asshole.
You're an asshole.
Well, I am an asshole though. We know this right now.
Just bend over and take it from Elon, and call it X. It's one or the other.
Been doing that.
One or the other.
X gonna
so if it's X to you,
I was gonna make that joke, Mike. You son of a.
If it's X to you, and then let it be X.
You would call it X too.
You would.
So if I direct message EJ on that service, is that a DMX?
Yes.
Correct.
Kyle, you're looking at this, man. You really are.
Hashtag talent.
Fucker.
You can follow me on all platforms at Teaching to the Choir. You can hear me Tuesdays and Thursdays on the 3CT podcast and on Mondays on the Maximize Monday podcast.
All right. Kyle Nash, let him know.
Well, Jim, it's an honor, joy, and privilege to be on the show once again. I may be wearing a shirt that is green as yours and not a Notre Dame supporter, but nonetheless, I am happy to be here once again. And Shanta, clearly, I enjoy being around Mikey Byrne, Machine Head here, EJ, and that's his nickname from Tom Brady. Good to have him in the security band. It's a Philly thing. That must mean Matt's season's already over. That's why he's going to miss him. And but that's the whole thing. Glad to be back with all of you to take shots, all of the above, and talk some football. And an honor, joy, and privilege, all that other happy crap. But listen, I am Kyle Nash, the student of the game. You can find me on Twitter, Threads, and Instagram at the SOTG. Follow my work. Well, this is going to be awkward because there's a lot of transition coming, guys. So stick with me for upcoming announcements.
Linktree.
Find my work following the Jacksonville Jaguars on Jaguars on SI for now. Check out my work as well with the Black and Gold Banneret on the Night Shift podcast, powered by the Black and Gold Banneret. That drops on Tuesdays, by the way. Look out for that. Also, check out my work on the Duval Dive podcast there. This week we are going on Saturday because the preseason game's on Friday. Me and Travis D. Holmes of Big Cat Country will be combining our forces to evaluate that, and then we will be returning with some other episodes as well. Final cuts, a whole lot of crazy stuff going on, and big announcements coming out there. So check out this week's Duval Dive, Saturday, 8 p.m. to get all of that. And also the Student of the Game podcast, 9 p.m. Eastern, here on Huddle Up and also Satova Media. I would tell you where to find the podcast, but there's some transition going on, fellas. So with all that in mind, you will find the Duval Dive on what used to be the Student of the Game feed there at all the places, particularly Spotify and all your podcast catchers. More to come. I'd hate to be so mysterious, but yeah, the transition is actively taking place, and can't release all the details quite yet. But an honor, joy, and privilege. Until next time, everyone. Class dismissed.
Love to hear it. Yeah, make sure you are following me at Big Jim Sports, but follow along with the show. We are at Huddle Up Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on TikTok. On Twitch. We are at Huddle Up Inc. on Twitch. We are at Huddle Up Podcast Inc. on Instagram. The rest is at Huddle Up Podcast. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel because we love to get interaction over there. Thank you for everyone who tuned into us as we are back and we are live for the duration of the football season now as it plays out. Make sure you are subscribed on all podcast platforms. Tell your friends about the show. Get them interacting with us throughout the season as well. We would certainly appreciate that. Until next week, when we are back here live, a more normal weekly show. Will be much shorter than 2 hours. And then the following week, we'll be simulcasting over on the Student of the Game, previewing the NFL season. And then we'll be back each and every Tuesday throughout the year. So appreciate everyone tuning in. Until next time, stay safe, stay smart, and as always, go for the win.